Strange Block Beats.
How money and power changed us. Death is something that we never ever figure out. But we ain't gonna be satisfied till half our time is running out. My mama told me, Death is just a part of life. The Bible told me, after the dark comes to light. I know my time coming, and I ain't gonna lie. The longer I live, God, please, I don't wanna die. Cause everybody with their mean mugs and cold stares. If I did die tonight, my brother, who cares? I'm strong enough to face the madness, why I don't cry. Cause ever since a child, I was addicted to the dark side. Look how dark it gets when you're on your last breath. My tombstone will read a G to his last breath.
Look how dark it gets when you're on your last breath. My tombstone will read a G to his last breath.
Pain, 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 yeah, pain, pain, pain. You can't feel my pain. I knew a man in his heart that didn't believe in God. He told everybody he met, boy, it ain't no God, he was a gangster. He just did 10 in the pen. I'ma tell half of the story, you fill the rest in. He got caught making a dope run without his gun. They took everything he brought, even his youngest son. You should have seen him, he was scared. A bullet wound to his chest, a bullet wound to his head. You brothers talk that gangster shit until your ass dying. Have you ever looked in the eyes of a man dying? It's a sight to see when they on their last breath. My tomb still I'ma read a G to his last breath. Pain, 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 yeah, pain, pain, pain. You can't feel my pain, pain. Pain, pain, yeah, pain, pain, pain. You can't feel my pain, pain, pain. You don't feel my, yeah, 'cause you don't feel my. Yeah.
Hey, big salute, family. Good morning to everybody. Giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to the CUC family, the FOPE family, and the brothers and sisters in the chat, and all of those who will come later. Yesterday, I did a lesson, and we was talking about understanding sin and understanding that the laws of the Most High was in the beginning with the Most High and his son Yahshua HaMashiach. If sin is a transgression of the law, and God judged the world for sin, and even said that Adam sinned, and by him we all die, that means that it was law in place for God to make the judgment call. So, but it was a few things that I didn't get to deal with yesterday that I want to show you today. Now, I also want you to listen to this video that this brother was on my brother's channel, FOPE. And he made a statement, family, and this is why I always say it's better to read the scriptures and just prove everything with the book. Because if you can prove what you're saying with the book, even if a person say, I don't believe that, it doesn't matter what they believe. You read it out the book. This is why the Bible say, prove everything. Prove everything. I see why he say, prove everything. Because even if a person coming up against you and he asking you, read that, prove that, show that, and you are doing it, even if he gainsay, who cares? You proved it out the book. Whether he believe it, whether he come against it, who cares? You proved it out the book. But when you don't read the scriptures, guess what y'all gonna do? Just go back and forth. Back and forth. When you read the scriptures, you don't have to go back and forth. You let them go back and forth with you, because they really going back and forth with themselves. Because while they talking, you read. While they talking, you proving. So you don't have to do all that talking to people. Just prove everything. So before I get to the video of the brother on FOPE channel talking about Nativity, you know, the place where you're born at, this guy tried to make it seem like Nativity and the land of the Amorites and the Hittites, who was dwelling in the land of Canaan, he said that God made that statement because we was mixing with them. That don't got nothing to do with nativity, family. Nativity is the place where you born at. And I'm going to show you scriptures today that nativity mean the place where you was born at. It don't mean nothing else but the place where you was born at. So I'm going to show you when God say your father was an Amorite and your mother a Hittite. That's a metaphor from the place in the land which we was born at. Nothing more, nothing less. But this guy didn't read one scripture, making bold statements, just saying stuff. Just saying stuff, family. So first I want to show y'all that in the Bible, I didn't get to show it yesterday because I didn't want the live to be so long. So I didn't get to deal with this, but I'm going to show y'all today that Abraham and Noah was doing burnt offerings way before Moses. Abraham and Noah was doing burnt offerings way before Moses. So that means to do a burnt offering, you need instructions from Yah and Yahshua. In order to do sacrifice, there has to be some instructions on how to do it, right, family? No different than anything in life. You need a guide to show you how this should be done. When you putting your bed together, you need a guide to show you where go where. This screw go to that screw. This board go to that board. So he gave them instructions on how to do the burnt sacrifice. This is way before Moses, way before the Levitical priesthood. They was already doing burnt sacrifice to the Lord, family. So let me go. I'm going to the book of Genesis. Let me see what I want. And I just want to show y'all this. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 8. Chapter 8. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 18. Chapter 8 and verse 18. Listen, family. Listen to this. And Noah went forth, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him. Every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth, after their kind, went forth out of the ark. And Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast, and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a sweet savior. And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. And for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more everything living, as I have done. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. So this is why the Lord told Noah, take the clean animals by 7, the unclean by 2. Because all you need with the unclean is male and female, so they can replenish and repopulate the earth. Clean animals, Noah, I need those by 7. Because you're going to sacrifice those on the altar, the clean animals. This was way before Moses, family. And if you read about what the burnt offering represented, let me show you. Because I didn't get to show it yesterday. So we're going to show it right now. This is what the burnt offering represents. It say, where in the Bible does it say burnt offering for sin? Moses said to Aaron, come to the altar and sacrifice your sin offering and your burnt offering and make an atonement for yourself and the people. sacrifice the offering that is for the people and make atonement for them. Now, where did I get this from? Here you go, family. The book of Leviticus, chapter 9, verse 7. And Moses said unto Aaron, go unto the altar and offer thy sin offering and thy burnt offering. This is way before Moses and Aaron, that Noah and Abraham was already doing burnt offerings, family. The reason why I'm showing y'all this, because Yah had to put something in place for man, not to kill man. Yah had to put something in place for man, not to kill man. What was it? Animal sacrifice. Now, the blood of bulls and goats can take away sins, family. It could not. But it was put in place to shed the animal's blood instead of your blood. But it can never take away sins. It was a schoolmaster to bring you to the Hamashiach. That's why the Bible say, what serveth the law? It was added because of sin, family. Galatians chapter 5. It was added because of sin. So in Romans chapter 5, verse 12 to 13, when he say, for unto the law, sin was in the world. For unto the law of animal sacrifice, they was already sinning, family. So Yah had to put something in place for man. Because when something sin, blood has to be shed to make an atonement for the sin. That was the sin offering, the burnt offering. And then y'all know they had many different offerings. But that sin offering and that burnt offering was the main one to make the atonement. Then you had your peace offering, the grain offering, the heave offering, many different offerings, family. But that sin offering make the atonement with the burnt offering, because the burnt offering was the one you burn all the animal, and the smoke, the sweet savior, go up to Yah. The sweet savior go up to Yah. So let me read this again. Leviticus chapter 9 and verse 7. And Moses said unto Aaron, go unto the altar. Noah and them already had an altar. That means God gave them instructions on how this altar should look. The animals that should be sacrificed, they had instructions. So the point that I'm making, before it was written down, it just came out of Yah's mouth. Whether it was the law, the oral law, the instructions on sacrifice, he just spoke it. He didn't have to write it down. Because people saying, well, how we know that was there? Because how did Noah know how to do it if it was no instructions? He had to get those instructions from somebody. And we know it didn't get it from man, because in those days, man was wicked. And Noah was the only one that found grace. And he was perfect in his generation. So we know man didn't give him those instructions. We know Yah gave him those instructions through his son, Yahshua HaMashiach. So, these are things to think about when reading the scriptures. That you put all these things together. I'm telling you, this book is so massive with information, instructions, so filled with so much you can learn daily. Just this one book. You can learn for the rest of your life. I mean, things you may have thought you knew, you come back and read it. Oh man, I missed that. Oh man, I missed that a couple of years ago. This Bible is so profound, man. There's no book that can compare to the Bible. No book. None should want her mate. None can mate with this book. None. Absolutely none, man. None. Now let me finish this. And Moses said unto Aaron, go unto the altar and offer thy sin offering and thy burnt offering, and make an atonement for thyself and for the people, and offer the offering of the people, and make an atonement for them as the Lord commanded. So when Noah was sacrificing those clean animals, he would make an atonement. This was after the flood. This was after the flood. Now let me show you that Abraham did the same thing. And then I'm going to get to Nativity, and then I'm gone. Because when he was on the panel, Naphtali said something to him that was correct, but he wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. When he said your father was an Amorite and your mother Hittite, Naphtali tried to tell him, Brother, that don't mean they was mixing with them people. That was just God saying it as a metaphor in the land in which they was born. Because that's what nativity mean. Nativity mean the land in which you was born. Nothing more, nothing less, family. It don't have nothing to do with mixing with the people of the land. It just mean the land in which you was born. Nativity. So when he said your father was an Amorite, your mother was a Hittite, because who was in the land before we got there? The Amorites, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Canaanites, the Amorites, and the Hittites. Let's go to Genesis 22 and show you that Abraham also did burnt offering. I'm just going to get straight to the point, family, because I ain't going to keep y'all long. I'm about to get up out of here. This is Genesis 22, and we're going to get straight to the point. Verse 9. And they came to the place which God had told him. And Abraham built an altar there. He needed instructions to build an altar. So I'm going to play this video too of this guy who was on foot. And I'm going to let y'all hear what Naphtali tried to tell him. But, I can just feel his arrogance too. Like he didn't read one scripture. He just talking. Didn't provide nothing. Just, talking word of mouth. Oh, yeah, brother. He was all the way wrong, man. All the way wrong. And I'm going to let y'all listen to it. It say verse 9, and they came to the place which God have told him of. And Abraham built an altar there and laid the wood in order and bound Isaac, his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest God, seeing that has not withheld thy son, thy only son, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him was a ram caught in the thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering instead of Isaac. This is way before Moses, way before Levi, way before they was set up to minister unto the Lord in the priest's office. This is way before them. That the Lord already gave instructions on how to do the burnt offering. Now ask yourself, why the Lord did not require Noah to do a sin offering? Because he was perfect in his generation. Sin offering for what? He was perfect. So he did the burnt offering to make the atonement for his family getting off that boat. Abraham sacrificed a ram instead of Isaac to make the atonement. It was allegorical that what Yah was about to do with Yahshua, that was going to make the atonement for the world, for Israel. And as for as many as believe through faith. So that's what I'm saying. When you get close to Yah and his son Yahshua, this Bible will open up and you will have a whole different perspective. Because when you get closer to Yah, he's going to reveal things to you that man can't. This is why it's not good to always sit up under man. Because Yah want to show you something man can't. So that's why you must read. Because something he may show you on Monday gonna edify me. Because he only wanted you to reveal it to you. And some he revealed to me gonna help somebody on Tuesday that he wanted me to bring out. So we all got our gifts. But if you just sitting up under man, how you going to be able to get the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding that y'all want you to possess when you just listen to man all day? Because man don't have all the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It comes from Yah and Yahshua. It comes from them. So you got to go to them and ask them for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And if you are sincere, he will give it to you. But you have to get close to Yah. You have to have a relationship with him. You should want to know him. And in order to know him, you must read him and his son Yahshua. This is how you know them. So Noah did sacrifice, Abraham did sacrifice, and as time went on, even Jacob building an altar. Y'all remember? Jacob did an altar. So from the time of Noah, it's being passed down all the way into the children of Israel came out of Egypt. Then the Lord started to write these things down and give instructions to Moses on how these things should be. But at first, it was just spoken to them. And as time went on, now it's written down to them. This is y'all father. Yahshua, boy. Cold, boy. Cold. This Bible is cold, boy. Now, let me show y'all this video of this guy with this nativity stuff. Big salute to everybody in the chat. Now, let me show y'all that Nathali tried to help this guy. But I keep telling y'all, when you arrogant, you can't hear nothing but what you want to hear. Let me open up the window and let y'all hear this. And then I'm gone. If anybody got any questions, I answer the questions. And then I'm out of here. Okay, here you go, family. Listen to this. Hold on. Let me get it. Wait. Okay, here we go right here. Here we go right here. Okay, y'all listen to this. This is FOPE. This was an excellent live. The guy right here, Elder Yara. Listen to what Naphtali about to tell him. And watch how he just gonna dismiss what she said and just make up something. Listen.
Elder Yara. So you were speaking on phenotype, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Just just real briefly, my position is you can't really determine who an Israelite is based on phenotype.
We don't have to go based on phenotype. Well, we can go alone. Phenotype is just a signature for us to know who is who and be able to differentiate who we are looking at as far as nation, tribe, or race, however you want to classify it. Now, when you talk about phenotype, the gentleman that came on here, Miguel, he had a very distinct phenotype. Are you familiar with the Mayans?
Yes, I'm familiar with the Mayans.
All right. Are you familiar with the Amaru Khan?
I am familiar with the Amaru.
All right. So with the Amaru, and are you familiar what that name comes from?
Where the name is from, the Amorites.
Yes, sir. It's from the Amorite Canaanites. Okay, you got some knowledge. I'm gonna have to bring you on my channel. We're gonna have to have a conversation. So what's your issue with them being the Canaanites? Why don't you want to accept them being the Amorite? Their God is the Amar.
Well, if we actually really get into who the Amorites were, we know there were two distinct groups of Amorites. And the understanding of what the term Amorite means, or the Amaru, means foreigners from the West. But you also had Amorites who were also from later became from the Eastern tribes who came over and acculturated or took over out of the Amorites from the West and moved out. So even when we read in Ezekiel, when it talks about your father was an Amorite and different things like that, and your mother was a Hittite, different things like that. So it makes an allusion to those who were in the East.
But that's not to be taken literal, not to cut you
later became from the eastern tribes who came over and acculturated or took over out of the Amorites from the west and moved out.
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
even when we read
Thank you, Naphtali.
In Ezekiel, when it talks about your father was an Amorite and different things.
Man, I said all that. All right. Listen to what he about to say. And then thank you, Naphtali. And then I'm gonna say it again. But listen to what Naphtali about to tell him. Listen.
It's like that. Your mother was a Hittite. Different things like that. So it makes an allusion to those who were in the east.
Be taken literal. Not to.
Did y'all hear that? Y'all heard my sister? That is not to be taken literal. She's absolutely correct. Because the Amorites and the Hittites not your father and mother. For the southern kingdom, who your mother? Jerusalem is the capital. For the northern kingdom, who your mother? Samaria. So the whole land of Canaan, who was dwelling there? Canaan's children. Let me say that again. Canaan's children. Girgashites, Hittites, Amorites, Canaanites. Canaan's children. So when he said your father and your mother was an Amorite and a Hittite, it wasn't to be taken literal. He thought that meant that we were mingling with them and sleeping with them. So we just all blended to this one big family. He really believed that. But you see, he didn't read it. Where he get that from, fam? When she told him that not to be taken literal, he wasn't trying to help my sister. He believed what he wanted to believe. But like I told y'all, it's one thing for a man to read some in the scriptures and he get a whole different perspective. That's fine. That's fine. But when you just blankly make up something and just say something you can't bag up, that's something totally different. Because he just pulled that out the sky. She tried to tell him, brother, that's not literal. Y'all see how sometimes things are allegorical? And you need to know when they allegorical. Some things are literal. Most of the Bible is literal, but there is a lot of allegorical expressions in the Bible that Yahshua used. Let me play this a little bit more. I got to go back a little bit, and I ain't going to stop it this time. She tried to warn him, but he arrogant, though, too. He was very arrogant.
Really get into who the Amorites were. We know there were two distinct groups of Amorites. And the understanding of what the term Amorite means, or the Amarum, it means foreigners from the West. But you also had Amorites who were also from, later became from the eastern tribes who came over and acculturated or took over out of the Amorites from the West and moved out. So even when we read in Ezekiel, when it talks about your father was an Amorite and different things like that, and your mother was a Hittite, different things like that. So it makes an allusion to those who were in the east.
That's not to be taken literal. Not to cut you off, that's not to be taken literal. What that's supposed to be classified as is our relationship with them, and the fact that we were worshiping their gods.
Well, not necessarily so, and that's incorrect. And I mean, I'll leave that for.
Y'all see, he told her that was incorrect. And don't y'all know the part when Naphtali just said about we worshiping their gods? What did God tell them? Don't make no covenant and destroy their images, right? They did not do that because in the time of Joshua, did not the Bible say they were still dwelling with the children of Israel? They were still dwelling with us, family. They did not push all the people out. And God say, because you have done this, I would not drive out these nations no more before you. They will be thorns in your side. But when David came along, he took the Jebusites who was dwelling in Jerusalem. David had to go and get the land. But the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, they did not push these people out. So he told her that is not true. They were worshiping their gods, brother. Why you think God wouldn't drive the nations out no more? What are you talking about? If it wasn't for that, he would have drove the nations out. Israel did not listen. And it's also because of the land of their nativity. Where you born at, brother? Where you born at?
For another time. But it's not just speaking. It's not just speaking to their spiritual stance. It was also speaking to the genealogical in a lineage as well.
Y'all hear this? That is a bold-faced lie. Ezekiel 16 don't have nothing to do with a lineage of the Amorites and the Israelites mingled together, y'all. This is a bold-faced lie. Go read Ezekiel for yourself. The first verse tell you he talking to Judah and Jerusalem. And then he tell them your mother was an Amorite, your father a Hittite. He's not talking about a lineage with these people. He's talking about their nativity. And they also was worshiping their gods. Go read Joshua. Go read the book of Joshua. Way before you get to the book of Joshua. What did he tell them in Deuteronomy 7? Do not make marriages with them. Do not make a covenant with them. Destroy all their groves and images. Why did he want them to do that? Because he know Israel. If you don't do this, I know you're going to worship their gods. And that's exactly what happened. By the time you get to Joshua, they did not drive the people out, mingle with the people. And mingling don't mean they laid down with them all the time. Mingling can mean they was worshiping their gods. They was doing like the people of the land. Now, if God is telling them, drive these people out, in order to drive them out, that means they was there before you, man. Abraham, I mean, he tell us that when he told Abraham, your seed gonna be in a strange land. The Amorites' sins have not yet been fulfilled. But in the fourth generation, I'm gonna bring them hither again. He was talking about the Amorites. That's why he said your father is an Amorite and your mother is Hittite. He talking about your nativity, the land in which they was born, man, which is the land of Canaan. Let me let my brother on. When my brother Shorsham come up here. But anybody welcome to come on. Naphtali, you welcome to come on if you want to come touch on this. But the point that I'm making, family, is that this is why I be telling people, read the scriptures, family. Read. I mean, how this brother gonna say that's not true? What have he provided to let us know that it is? I don't see any Bible open in front of him. I don't see any scriptures or information being provided. And I keep telling y'all, when you're arrogant, you blind yourself. Because you can't hear nothing but what you can hear coming from you. Because most people who arrogant, they never seek to understand, they only seek to be understood. Most arrogant people never seek to understand, they only seek to be understood. Now, he didn't even say, well, Naphtali, show me, like what you talking about. Like, okay, let me hear you out. He just, no, that's not true. Let me play this.
Because we see where right from the West had moved out.
Shorsham shaking his head because he know it wasn't true. And we talked about this after this live. That's not true. That's why Shorsham say, nope. See, when you read the book, you immediately gonna catch a lie. You're gonna say, nope. He shook his head immediately. What the brother was saying wasn't true. It's nothing against the brother. I'm just saying, like, truth is truth, and we gotta stand on it. That's all. Ain't nothing against this brother Yara. But you can't just make blanket statements, though. None of us can do that. Now, when you're dealing with God's word, you can't just say anything.
Right, means with the Amaru, it means foreigners.
He had a very distinct phenotype. Are you familiar with the Mayans?
Yes, I'm familiar with the Mayans.
All right. Are you familiar with the Amaru Khan?
I am familiar with the Amaru.
All right. So with the Amaru, and are you familiar what that name comes from?
Where the name is from, the Amorites.
Yes, sir. It's from the Amorite Canaanites. Okay, you got some knowledge. I'm gonna have to bring you on my channel. We're gonna have to have a conversation. So what's your issue with them being the Canaanites? Why don't you want to accept them being the Amorite? Their God is the Amar.
Well, if we actually really get into who the Amorites were, we know there were two distinct groups of Amorites. And the understanding of what the term Amorite means with the Amaru, it means foreigners from the West. But you also had Amorites who were also from later became from the Eastern tribes who came over and acculturated or took over out of the Amorites from the West and moved out. So even when we read in Ezekiel when it talks about your father was an Amorite and different things like that, and your mother was a Hittite, different things like that. So it makes an allusion to those who
that's
were in
not
the
to be
east.
taken literal. Not to cut you off, but that's not to be taken literal. What that's supposed to be classified as is our relationship with them, and the fact that we were worshiping their gods.
Well, not necessarily so, and that's incorrect. And
Oh,
I mean, I'll leave that for another time. But it's
yeah.
not just speaking. It's not just speaking to their spiritual stance. It was also speaking to a genealogical in a lineage as well, because we see where where Abraham had to go back and bury Sarah, right? Where he buried Sarah was in one of those lands. It was in the land of what, the Amorites or the Hittites? Which one was it? Connected through lineage. So that.
Did y'all hear that? Connected through lineage. Let me say this one more time. Connected through lineage. What scripture is that? What scripture is that, family? That we connected through lineage.
That's where he went back to bury her in her homeland where her ancestors were. That's very important. I believe that's Genesis chapters 24 through 25. Might be 22 to 20.
First of all, Abraham come from of the Chaldees. He was a stranger in the land of Canaan because it was people already dwelling in the land of Canaan. And when you read the extra biblical text, well, a lot of people don't like to, but like I say, the Bible does not explain everything. It just doesn't. So you have to read other books to get the other precept or the other line that would extend the understanding to you. So when you read Jubilees, it explained to you that the Canaan stole Shem's inheritance and named the land after himself. And who are Canaan's children? Girgashites, the Hittites, the Amorites. Those are his children. So now when you read the land of Canaan, you get a better understanding that Canaan stole Shem's inheritance. And instead of going into his own inheritance, he went into Shem's inheritance. And this is why we went and took the land back from them. Y'all know God don't play that where you can go and take a man's inheritance. Shawsham, big salute, my beloved brother.
Shalom, KG, the Most High bless. Thank you.
I saw you shaking your head. I saw you shaking your head immediately when he said that.
Yeah, this dude just making stuff up, man.
You making it up.
Making it up. And like I said, when it comes to this mixing stuff, they would say and do anything to try to justify being mixed or having mixed blood, to try to say people Israelites. And it's only the half-breed people that do it. You know what I mean? They
Right.
go high and far to find the scriptures to justify mixing. You know, but then when you read the scriptures about mixing and not supposed to do it and what the Lord will do to you if you do it, they totally ignore them.
Right. You absolutely correct, Shawsham. And when the brother said about because Naphtali was telling him, brother, that wasn't literal. And I'm gonna read it to y'all too, family. It wasn't literal. When you go to Ezekiel 16, your father was an Amorite and your mother a Hittite. It tell you right there, this is the land of your nativity. When you look up the word nativity, it means the places where you was born at. That's all it was saying, family.
That's
We was born, right? Allegory. We was born in the land of Canaan, right? And from that time, from Joshua time, all the way into Ezekiel time and Jeremiah and then, it was many children being born in what? Your father Amorite, your mother Hittite, but it's not literal. It's the land in which our forefather was born, which is the land of Canaan, family. Because after the split, the southern kingdom, the capital of the southern kingdom is Jerusalem. And the capital of the northern kingdom is Samaria. So the southern kingdom in Ezekiel 16, that's who he's talking to, the southern kingdom. He say, your father, because let me show y'all a map. And then it's gonna make sense, man.
And many of our fathers were born in Egypt too.
Many of our father was born in Egypt. So why he didn't say your father is Egyptian?
Yeah, you know, but don't mean we was born there, you know what I'm saying? During the time when Israel went down there because of the what was it?
The famine.
Yeah, the famine. So, like I said, man, these dudes will just say anything to justify mixing.
And let me show y'all this image real quick. Check this out, family. Let me get this off the screen right quick. Now, I want y'all to look at this, man. There's all this Bible is saying, man. It's so easy to be understood. Y'all see this picture right here? That's all he's saying. Y'all see this? Look right here where it says Judean highlands. What is between this, family? Amorites and the Hittites. That's all he's saying. These people was here first. So your father and your mother being a Hittite is not literal. It's allegorical, man. Our father and mother ain't no Amorite and Hittite, y'all.
Exactly.
But this the land in which they derive from. Because like I told y'all, in the book of Jubilees, Canaan stole Shem's lot. He didn't go to his own inheritance. He went into Shem's inheritance, and we had to go get our inheritance back from the children of Canaan. So our father and mother being an Amorite and a Hittite is not literal. And she tried to tell him that, but he wouldn't listen. And Sham, even you can vouch for this. In the time of Joshua, brother, when God told him, drive out these nations, they didn't drive out all them nations, man. They still was dwelling with the children of Israel. And God say, because you have done this, I would not drive these nations out before you no more. They're going to be thorns in your side.
And how many times this repeatedly happened to us? When
a lot of times, bro.
Not drive out, they never would do that. They always would kill some and partially drive the nation out. Only, I think it was a few times Israel actually did it the way they supposed to did it. We know when, Levi and Simeon did it, but they weren't commanded to. But they killed the Shechem people, killed all of them, and kept the women. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
When King Saul was told to kill the Ashkenazis,
the Amalekites, right?
The Amalekites, yeah, he didn't kill them all. You see what I'm saying? So many situations in there where Israel didn't drive all the nations out like they supposed to. They didn't do it. So, but that's Israel. They hard-headed. And the Lord tell them, hey, these people gonna be thorn on your side. So he'll kill some and then keep some around. Like, you feel me? Foolishly.
Yep. And like Sham just said, that's the same thing that Saul did with the Amalekites. He told Saul to kill everything. Saul gonna keep the king alive. Who y'all think killed that king? It was Samuel. Samuel took a sword and cut the man in half, man. So that goes to show you that when Yah says something, family, it's better to be obedient than sacrifice. And Saul didn't listen. Israel didn't listen. So they still was dwelling with the people of the land. Right. And they started worshiping their gods. Right. So when Elder Yara was making these statements, when he talking about that's not true, family, he didn't provide any information, any scriptures to show that it is.
And K. Judah, what scripture did he use to say that we mingled with them? He trying to say because we
didn't use nothing, Sham. He didn't use not one. Because you remember, you put my comment on the screen when I say, brother, that's talking about the land in which they was born. Right. That's not talking about they mingle with them like the lineage of the Amorites and Hittites and Israel was intertwined. That's not what that's talking about in Ezekiel 16.
Yeah, because
go ahead.
When they use the word mingle, I told you it's two different words for the word Hebrew word for mingle. One is balal, which means to intermix or intermingle with people doing like the worshiping of their gods and stuff like that. We find that word in the book of Hosea, where Ephraim had mingled with the other nations.
Talk to him.
And they did the idol worship. And then you have the Hebrew word mingle, which is arab, which means to intermix, to have sexual intercourse. Now, if he's saying that that's in the book of Ezekiel, I'm going to look at that right now because I don't believe that.
Talk that talk. Hey, Sham, I'm going to get the scripture for you right now to show the difference, because in the book of Ezra, I already know what you're talking about. One of them is mingle, meaning they actually had relations, and the other one is mingle, meaning they worship the idols.
They worship the idols.
I already know where you're going. Let me go get it for you. This is the book of Ezra. Y'all see how me and my brother's spirit be yin and yang. But I already know what he wants. This is Ezra. Let me get it right quick. And we're gonna prove to y'all. And this is why he be telling me too, you gotta look up stuff in Hebrew. You get a better understanding when you look it up in Hebrew. Here it go right here, family. I found it. This is Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. Listen, y'all. Now, when these things was done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of the land and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands. Even in Ezra, Shoshan, they wouldn't separate themselves.
Exactly.
Okay. They have not separated themselves from the people of the land, doing according to their abominations.
Meaning
Even of the Canaanites,
they doing
the
their
Hittites.
practices.
Go ahead.
No, they doing that when they said abominations, they doing their wicked, odious practices that the Lord hate. Because they was doing it. We read the same thing in the Wisdom of Solomon. It speaks about, right. I believe he was talking about the Canaanites and how he wanted us to run them off the land because they was eating human flesh and all types of stuff. But go ahead.
Of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Jebusites and the Ammonites and the Moabites and the Egyptians and the Amorites, for they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, and they and that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands.
All right, so stop right there. So when we read right there, family, where it says they have mingled, it means the holy seed mingled right there. When you see the word mingle, that's the Hebrew word arab, meaning they had sexual intercourse with the people of the land. It's letting you know that right there. That's where they had sexual intercourse at with those people. And that's what's the problem. So that's where we was sexually involved with these people and started mixing. And that's why I said he mixed the holy seed. Go ahead.
For they have taken up their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers have been chief in this trespass.
Exactly. And what's the trespass that was done? The sin. The biggest trespass was intermixing. And that's why I tell people, like, I know when we look up things that the Most High hate, abominations and stuff like that, but I believe that he hate intermixing more than a lot of things, and even sexual homosexuality. I believe that he hate intermixing more than homosexuality, because even if you messing with someone with the same sex, at least you ain't reproducing a mungo child. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And stuff like that. But it's like when you go back and read what the Lord said he'll do to you in Jubilees. You know what I mean? Intermixing to him is a real serious thing.
It is.
You know,
absolutely.
And I feel like that should have been added into the list of the things the Lord hate in Proverbs, because it seems like he got a big issue with intermixing.
Right.
Well, he do have a big issue with intermixing, as far as we find in the scriptures. But
you
yeah, right there. That's when, yeah, you can go to Hosea, okay. And because I'm reading Ezekiel 16 right here, I'm trying to figure out where he talking about where they mingle with these people. I don't see nothing about no mingling in here where it says they mingled.
I got you. I'll read that one after this. This is Hosea chapter 7.
Oh, this chapter long, man. This got like 63 verses.
Oh, no. I'm just going to read the part that we need.
On Ezekiel 16?
Yeah, on Ezekiel 16. I'll just read the part we need. This is Hosea chapter 7. And this is Shoshan trying to show y'all the difference from when they actually mingle with them, meaning had relations, and mix with them. So this is Hosea chapter 7, and I'm gonna get straight to the point. Verse 8. It say, Ephraim have mixed himself amongst the people.
Right. That's the same word there. When you look at that word mixed in the Hebrew, that word is mingled, which is balal. All it means is to mingle around or intermingle with someone or intertwine. It's not a word where they actually having sex, meaning he started interling and mingling around people, getting to know what they doing, their activities and stuff like that. That's when it says Ephraim has mixed himself with the people, meaning that's what the northern tribes started doing. They started mixing around into their idolatry, their culture, getting to learn their ways. People do that all the time. If man KJ to decide to go to Thailand, what man KJ going to do? We're going to start trying their food, looking at their temples, looking at how they worship their gods, seeing how they speak their language. That's when it's like studying the culture and starting to intertwine with them, start wearing their dresses and doing their little ceremony. You know what I'm saying, K. Judah?
Right, I got you.
He started doing. He started intermingling, like integrating himself into the society, family. That's all it was. Same way it's like, oh, this person left their culture over in I'll give you an example. In Saudi Arabia, the woman got to be covered up. They got to keep their tops on, their clothes on. They don't show no parts of their body. But then you get over in America, you start hanging out with these new girls. Now you from Saudi Arabia over there living in that land where you know how women can't do certain things. Now you over here, you got your titties out, you got your legs showing, you got makeup on, your hair's out. That's intermingling, meaning you intermingled into somebody's culture, the things that they are doing. That's what Israel started doing at this time in the book of Hosea. Go ahead, okay, Judah.
And I want to point out something my brother said. Now, when I read Ezra chapter 9, verse 1, y'all know it's very important to pay attention to words. Listen to this. He say, and the holy seed have mingled themselves, look, y'all, with the people. Now, watch this. Hosea chapter 7, verse 8. Ephraim have mixed himself among. So you see, with and among. You see what I'm saying, Sham? With the people and among the people.
Right. So when you're among somebody, you just hanging around them. When you're doing something with somebody, that means together. So just like how Israel mixed themselves amongst the other nations when we was fleeing from the Roman persecution, that don't mean we was sleeping with nobody. We mixed in with them to blend. You see what I'm saying, K. Judah?
Okay,
so they wouldn't know who we are. They were like, hey, man, put on them African garments. Take off this Israelite attire. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because we look like them damn people. You know? Put a couple slices on your face, so, like you from that tribe. But the whole time we lied, probably got a necklace on saying that we're a Jew covered up. But the whole time we got the hood on. I'm whole time I'm a Jew. They looking for a Jew. I'm blending in with the African tribes.
Hey, keep talking, Sham. I'll be right back.
Okay, that's how you mix and blend yourself among somebody when you're trying to wear a disguise. Everybody know that they did this type of stuff in the ancient days. Listen, you can play video games called Assassin's Creed, and they show you this type of stuff, how people had to blend in or wear people veils and garments of other tribes to look like other nations, to blend in on a time when people were getting persecuted. They did those type of things. So this is what this is talking about. It has nothing to do with a person actually having sex with somebody. And it's like, my thing is, family, what I see is that everybody and a lot of these guys are sexual deviants when it comes to the scriptures. Everything always about Israel having sex. That's the main thing. Sexual stuff going on. They doing all this sexual stuff with these people. Like Israel's just some daggone whores or something. Like, come on, man. The Lord, you got physical fornication and adultery, and then you have spiritual fornication and adultery. The Lord divorced Israel for spiritual fornication and adultery because we were out when he called Israel a whore. We was out a whoring and worshiping other gods. So the Most High divorced us because of that. That's why he was upset with us, because we went a whoring to false gods and idols. Okay, spiritual fornication with other false gods. That's what happened to Israel. There wasn't no thing where we was out physically having sex with somebody. It was the spiritual fornication. Now the Lord was telling us not to mix with the other nations because he didn't want us to destroy our bloodline and destroy the holy seed and to mess up the race of people. He wanted us to keep our race strong. That's why he didn't want us allowing us to mix out. That's the issue, because it's making our seed weaker by mixing with somebody else. You're okay, Judah.
Why do you think people get upset with us, brother? Because we just want to keep it in-house. Like, why? Okay, all the other nations, they are permitted to keep it in-house. When it come to us, brother, people get highly offended because we want to keep it in-house. Why you think that, Sham?
It's because we was given I believe we was given the what I would call the God gene. And because we given the gene of God, he don't want us to give it to nobody else. It wasn't for the other nations. It was for us. And we supposed to spread our gene amongst the chosen people. We ain't supposed to be giving our God gene to other people. We ain't supposed to give you a God gene to somebody that has a Neanderthal blood or something else in their genome. You see what I'm saying? It's the gene. Right. The gene. Right. So I believe because he separated us, he what it says, he severed us from other nations. He severed us. He made us in his image and gave us his genome, his spiritual intellect for his genome. He don't want it. It wasn't for the other nations to have. That's what I believe. That's what it got to be. Why else do people want to intermix with black people so bad. Remember that video we played and the lady was talking about, oh, we just love our little mongrel babies, and they was trying to white people, they were secretly trying so hard to have their white daughter have some children with a black guy.
Yep, I remember that.
That video we played some years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We were sitting there talking about why she's so mad, and she kept saying, and you notice what she said. She said we love our little mongrel babies. She said out her own mouth that they was mongrel mixed, and she was amped up and pumped up, and they had this whole device plan telling their daughter, no, we need you to do this. You know what we need from him. Da, 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 da. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. They had a whole device plan, the whole family telling their daughter, no, we want you to have babies by him. Why is that, family? Because they know that black man possessed the God gene. They like, oh, we got ourselves a lost nigga. He don't even know. You see what I'm saying?
And to keep that seed alive, because all they trying to do is that once they have that baby, they're gonna have that baby, especially if the father not there, that baby not gonna get another black woman or black man. It's gonna go get one of theirs. And they're gonna do that until about the third or fourth generation. Next thing you know, that little mongrel baby say, man, I got a black daddy. Nigga, what? Yep. Man, you don't got no black granddaddy. Boy, stop. Boy, everybody in your whole white. But that's the point that he's saying is that they wipe it out. They wipe that. They wipe the gene pool out to where it don't even look like Israel no more. See, everybody want to come up against us when me and Sharsham and them talk about that third and fourth generation. They come up against it, but they can't explain it. It's a reason why God gave us third and fourth generation. He didn't say the first or second. He said third and fourth, because he know that it take 3 and 4 to wipe out your seed, and 3 and 4 to clean up your seed.
Yep.
So, you know, all this stuff that people getting offended and getting upset and, you know, making videos because we say that mixing is wrong. We didn't say it. Y'all said it. Exactly. Y'all sure said it. Why are people getting mad at us for reading what y'all say? Y'all don't like it. You can't even mix linen and wool. You can't even mix seeds. You can't even mix animals. But boy, we can show mix one another. That ain't what that man say. He don't like no mixing.
And then K. Judah, to make it so obvious and that these people so damn dumb, the Lord said he separated the nations, gave them their own lands.
He sure did.
Okay. So if he wanted everybody to be together like in America, why did he separate everybody?
And give them their own inheritance, and also a man and woman to replenish and keep seed alive according to their nation.
Exactly.
He would have just made one kind of woman and one kind of man. Exactly. He didn't do that.
And for all this, K. Judah, the earth that we live in, we might as well just say, hey, you know, America, the earth should be just like the whole earth should be like America. It shouldn't be no China, shouldn't be no Japan, it shouldn't be no Russia, it shouldn't be no Britain. Should be no Spain and all these different places and countries where you go to, Brazil, where you got these different type of people that live at or dwell at, where they have culture and history. You shouldn't have that then. Everybody should just be mixed up. You should just live around any and everybody who talk or say whatever they want to say and live however they live. What's the point? Everywhere should just be like America.
Right.
But you know what it's going to be? Nope. People want to start separating themselves. Because why? People don't want to be around them. White people don't want to be around us all the time. They'll work with you, but when it comes to living around black people, oh no, they be moving out. The only ones who want to be around black people is the ones who want to get high with black people, the dope heads and the fiends, and the ones who be nodding. You will see them in the hoods with black people, and they're your friends. Right. But the upper echelon ones, the doctors, the lawyers, the nurses, you don't see them living in no black neighborhoods. Where they live at? Who knows? You see what I'm saying, K. Judah? Where they at? They ain't around us.
Show ain't. And they don't want to be around us. But I'm telling y'all, family, the things that's about to come up on this earth, and I know that we all ain't gonna come together. That's why I wouldn't even say nothing like that, because if we can't do it now, you most certainly ain't gonna do it when there's no resources. But the people that can't come together, they gonna do it. You know, certain people will come together. But man, I'm telling y'all, all this mixing, watch what's about to happen when everybody go back to their land. You think they gonna take them mongrel babies with them? You think the black man gonna go with his Caucasian wife when she returned back to her homeland in the time of what's about to happen? No, family, they gonna separate. And she gonna tell him, take them babies with you. Because she going back to her own people. And everybody going back to their own people. Where you going, Negro? That's why you got to depend on Yah and Yahshua. So if you believe that love is love, do your thing, man. But I know one thing for sure, and two things for certain. I'm gonna get me a black woman, have me some black kids, and keep myself in the clear of Yah's judgment. Cause when this thing go bad, and it's about to go bad, man, all this mixing, boy, you about to see people separate from each other so fast. I'm talking about people that say they love each other, and it's my soulmate. But they about to disappear for one another. Oh, watch, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, family. After watching that movie Civil War, man, it ain't gonna be no black man with no white woman, no Asian man with no white woman, the black man with the Asian woman. It ain't gonna be none of that. Black man with Latin women. Everybody going back into the place where they were born at. They gonna certainly separate from us, because we gonna be the target. We the target. We are the target, y'all. This whole world, Christ said, you should be hated by all nations for my name's sake. We his people. So why would other people be hated for the name's sake when we are the ones hated all over the world because who we are? Everybody else ain't hated for who they are. The Chinese man ain't hated because he Chinese. The Arab man ain't hated because he Arab. Black man and black woman, you hated because you are the sons and daughters of the living power. Your king come from your lineage. The creator of everything created you with the God gene. This is why you are hated, man. It ain't just about your melanin. They want your melanin. That's why this white woman said, the dude say, who you rather have a baby by? She said, a black man. She said, so I can keep my seed alive. That came out of her mouth.
But why is she talking about she got seed? They said women ain't got seed.
Man, thank you. She said, so I can keep my lineage and seed alive. That's why she want a black man. Because she said we have the strongest genes. So I don't buy this thing that love is love, and why we can't just fall in love with who we want to. You couldn't do that back in ancient days. When they was bringing these foreign women into the camps, they were getting slaughtered.
Yep. Just like forgot the dude name who got he got Quabad. Like they try to say that word means vagina, or the P word, but it don't. He got Quabad thrust through. I forgot the brother name who brought the foreign woman in the camp, and the guy he sent I think a pole or something right through him and the woman, thrust him through the stomach or the abdomen. He Quabad both of them, killed them. And the Lord, that was a righteous thing.
Yeah, facts. You talking about Phineas?
That happened, yeah.
Yeah, Phineas did that. Yeah, the boy went through that gobble, went to the back to the stomach.
Right through, killed both of them.
Killed both of them, man.
Israelite and a stranger.
And it appeased the Lord too. Yep. It appeased the Lord.
He quabad them.
Satisfy his anger. So what may be wrong in your eyes is right in God's eyes, because when he did that, it appeased his anger.
And y'all know what happened with that too? That didn't cause the Lord to bring wrath down on everybody.
Talk that talk, Sham.
Well, this is something I remind people of, man. When you the nation together, if somebody doing wrong, the Lord ain't just punishing that one person. He be punishing the whole everybody.
He do too.
That's why people like, nah, kill him, because now we in trouble for something he doing. It's just like the guy that got killed on the time of Joshua when they did the raid, and the Lord was like, they stealing from me. And they were like, what was stolen, Lord? And the guy had stole a stylish Babylonian garment and hid it under his tent and kept it from himself. Joshua and them killed that guy because the Lord started punishing Israel for him stealing a garment. They ain't do nothing. They took all the gold, the silver, brought it to the temples. He stole a garment and didn't say anything and kept it and hid it and thought he was gonna get away with it. A stylish Babylonian garment.
Judge the whole nation, man.
Yep.
Judge the whole nation for that.
For something he did.
For something, one person. Sham, ain't this the same thing we read in Jubilees? If we don't say nothing about all this swirling, he said, I'm gonna judge everybody.
Just like the stuff that happened with the tribe of Benjamin. They killed one whore, and look how many men died over a rape.
Yep.
Thousands of people had to die because
over one act.
Women got raped.
One act.
Rape.
Got everybody killed. One act. Sham, to be honest with you, I think it was almost 60,000 when you add all the numbers up, brother.
Oh yeah,
it was like almost 60,000.
Yeah, that we did that. Yeah, the clash. Yep, that was crazy. Think about that. All them thousands of men had to die over an act.
One act.
Stupid. But then y'all wonder, well, like, why did the Lord allow that to happen? Because He put stuff in the scriptures, man, to be an example.
Yep.
For us. That's why Paul written that in the scripture says things that was written in the past time was for our learning. A lot of stuff is for our learning.
Our learning. Facts. That's
stuff
man.
About Ruth is for our learning.
That's true, brother.
Reborn. What happened with him? Our learning. What happened to our forefather Joseph was for our learning. Everything was for a reason. And when you understand the scriptures and why the Lord put it in there, it makes you think about, yeah, this happened to our forefather here. Everybody's story is different. That's why I keep telling people, if all the stories was the same in the scripture, the world would be boring. You feel me? Everything's supposed to be different. And everybody's story is supposed to be different. Everything we read ain't supposed to be the same. Everybody didn't have the same outcome. Just like when we read about Esther and how they had to chop the king's head off to save her people, right? That was her story.
That was her story. Yep.
Joseph, that was his story.
His story.
King Rehoboam, that was his story. Everybody's story is different. Saul hating David. He was the first king of Israel. That was their story. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know the scriptures are real, because the events and the times of things that happen, certain things took place. Everybody had a story to tell. Samson had a story to tell. And he was being an example of being a hard-headed Negro. And the Lord took his power from him. Why? Because he wanted to mix. That's another great example.
Yeah, for real.
When his parents told him, you know the law, you know the rules, take a woman of your own nation. And what did Samson do? No, give me that Filipino woman. And what the Lord, that Philistine woman. And what the Lord do? The Lord said, okay, nigga, you want to be so dumb? I'm going to show you how a woman can take your substance. And what he do? He told her the secret of his power, and the Lord took his power.
Yep.
Right out of his garden. The power that he had unlocked, he took it from Samuel. What Samuel do? He want to repent and cry on the last day and say, Lord, just let me take him with me. And the Lord probably already told him, well, you're going to die anyway for being a stupid Negro. But yeah, you can kill him with you anyway. You go ahead, knock some of them out anyway. No problem. And what did he do? He killed him. You see what I'm saying? That's when
he put his eyes out. Got his eyes put out and everything, bro. Yeah. Can you imagine somebody putting your eyes out? Man, the man they put this man eyes out because he told a woman of another nation his strength, dog. Yeah. And she cut his hair.
All for a piece of tail. And guess what? This is biblical because it's also in the book of Sirach. When you read about the king asking about the three men who was going to be his advisor, and the guy written about women and saying women is the biggest issue to men, and how a man will allow them to do anything, and was the biggest downfall to man. It was in the scriptures. It talks about the women and how women would do it to cause a man to fall, and it's very true because we see that costly in the scriptures where a man would give his substance over to a woman and lose it. You read that right into the Apocrypha. It speaks about that.
And I don't think it's nothing wrong with a man being a man, like standing on his 10 toes, his feet, and being a man. Because let's be real, yes, you give the woman respect, but you don't supposed to make a woman cause you to, fumble the substance, bro, and just fumble everything. Like, that scripture in the Bible. That scripture in Proverbs that say that it say, don't go to the woman house that'll bring a man to a piece of bread. He lose all his substance. Even though he talking about, like a harlot or something, a woman, but I'm just making an example is that you even got men that do that. Look at niggas that go to strip club, wasting all that money just to look at some woman swing on a pole.
Right.
You gotta have more sense than that, man. I've been to that place one time. My partner, I'm thinking we going to a club. I walk in there, this boy take me to one of them spots. Woman going up and down. Man, I walk out the club, go sit in the car, say, "Come on, dog. Because I ain't finna get him no money. What I'm gonna do that for? I didn't give no money. I said I'm just in here wasting my time, dog."
Yeah, my best friend, he worked at the strip club. I played the strip club for years. When I was 18, I used to go there. Learned a lot from a lot of guys I met. But to me, I didn't spend money like that in the strip club because it wasn't my thing. I
It's
just
not my thing, brother.
I just found myself in there, and I was like, man, I could get a job here too, like for real, because it was cool. But my thing was, I just never got out what other people got from it, like being in the strip club or they was in there chasing, you know, the strippers and stuff like that. I was like, man, like I never was a dude that I want to be with a stripper, or I just saw guys like that, man. They be following girls around. And I'd be like, man, these dudes is just crazy, giving like their whole rent and all that stuff to them. And I was like, I'd be shaking my head, like, man, they crazy. And then, you know, my homeboy in there, you know, he's selling the strippers, you know, cocaine and shit like that,
Right.
but and ecstasy and stuff like that. But I usually was in there hanging out with like some older guys, man. I remember them the most out of anybody named Mike and Don. They was real estate brokers. And when I say, man, they used to be in there spending thousands. I remember, man, I was like 18, 19. They used to have me like the owner didn't like me because I was young, I was black. And these old men, I'm telling you, K Judah, they had to be in there like the late 60s, 70s, bro. And they would show me their check, man, like 4,500 or like $8,000 after they was doing all these different like wholesale real estate deals. Talking about, yeah, man, it's check little. And I said, little? I said, that's more money than what I bring home a month. You'd have made that like 5 times over. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was telling them. Like they used to show me their checks and they're laughing and stuff. And they used to sit at the top. They used to buy me drinks and stuff. Like, yeah, Sam, da-da-da-da. So we had all that talking, right? And then they used to have these big knots of ones, right? So I had my little ones or whatever I had, my little money or my little hustle money I would have. But I was like, man, I count my little money. I'm like, man, I ain't throwing all my money on these little, you know, these women.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm saving my money, right? So I was throwing my little ones down there, right? He grabbed my hand and said, what you doing? I said, I'm throwing money. He said, no, don't throw money. It's right there. And I said, what? He said, no, throw my money. I said, fuck it. I put my money back in my pocket. Because I was like, shit. So the owner, I'm telling you, he didn't like me. He was racist. I know he was, because he didn't like the fact that I was hanging with these old white men and they was like just sitting down with them up at VIP. No, Sam good. He with us. They buy me all the drinks. I want food, man. I'm just up there. We making it rain on the women and stuff, and they come thanking us and stuff. I felt like, I ain't gonna lie, KJ, to hold up though. I felt good when the strippers was coming up there thanking me because they made me feel like I was rich. Give me a hug and stuff. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Man.
I'm gonna tell you the best advice. I'm gonna tell you the best advice I got from my uncle. The best advice I got from my uncle. He always told me, nephew, when you meet a woman, you're gonna pay to get to know that woman.
They probably did now.
You see what I'm saying? He did tell me that. He say any woman you meet, you're gonna pay to get to know that woman. You're gonna come out your pocket because you're trying to impress her. You're trying to impress the woman. But the strip club thing never been my thing, because you mean to tell me I gotta pay to watch a woman, to touch her, to put my hands all over this woman, and then I got 6 sisters too, brother. So I never was comfortable with that, brother. Like this somebody daughter, dog. You know, I don't know what she doing this for. I gotta pay money just to watch her. No, bro, it just never been my thing, bro. It never been my thing. I went one time, walked out. Me and my partner got into it because I'm thinking this nigga taking me to the club, bro. It was my birthday. That nigga go take me into a strip club that we got down here in Houston. Look like a little hole in the wall. Man, I walked out of that thing and said, man, take me home, dog. Like, why you tripping, dog? Man, take me home, bro. I'm not finna pay no money to watch no woman go up and down on no pole, boy. I ain't doing it. Now, the women looked good. Now, y'all know our sisters look good. Now, don't get me wrong. Everything in there was jiggling like jello. But I'm telling y'all, I couldn't pay no money touching on them sisters. But it was jiggling like jello, though, y'all. It was everywhere, too, like waves in the ocean. It just, everything was just going all over the place. But men pay to go watch these women do this every night. You know, they pay money, you know, so I can't do it, family. I can't do
it. They had a lot of money. They had those, you know, Lambos and all that stuff back in the day. You know, I don't know if they was millionaires or whatever they was, but like I said, whenever I was around them, K Judah, they wouldn't let me spend no money, man.
Yeah.
Like, they treated me good, you know, as a young black man. That's why I learned a lot from them. They used to tell me, you know, a lot of stuff about, you know, how to, you know, make money and stuff, and how to buy vehicles, never buy brand new cars, and They would tell me a lot of the stuff, man. Like, don't do this and don't do that. And how to build wealth. And I should listen to them because they just give me some information. I'd be like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause I was like, hey, obviously they know what they talking about. They sitting here, they got on Rolexes. You see what I'm saying? They old men, but I guess they in their lifetime where they having fun. But I know they probably not living now because if they was, I'm pretty sure I'm 39 now. And I was when I was like 18, 19. How many years ago was that? 20 years ago? That's about 20 years, right?
Yeah, but I had a conscience though, bro. Like I had a conscience just looking at, like, I don't know, man. I just had a conscience saying to myself, like, man, I got sisters, man. I got a mother. I wouldn't want nobody, touching all on my sisters and them like that. And then I thought in my mind,
I understand.
Man, how low did like? Look, this is what I always thought in my mind when I walked in that strip club that day. I felt bad, like, wow, man, these women been pushed to the point where they got to do this, bro. Or is it just the money, or is it something they? So you know what I'm saying? Like, do they like this? Do they like doing this?
Some of them nurses, they ain't had to do it, bro. They just like to go out and have fun. I couldn't believe it. Like when I was in there, they was telling me, "Oh yeah, I'm a nurse here. I do this," and I was like, "What? Why the heck you stripping?" They just do it because they like having fun, the dance. Some of them they do it for exercise. Then some of them they functional addicts, they drug users. Because I was telling people at my job when we were having that little meeting about drugs, and I was telling them, well, you got people that's functioning addicts. They do drugs every day. They do cocaine every day. You wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
And some of them, they functional drug addicts. They like to have fun. They just do, like, for me, I'm not was a person that did so much activities. Like constantly I'm outside or rarely home. But this is one white girl, she was rarely home. She would do her nursing, go strip, sleep a little bit, then she's out. Like she's in her house, but she said, I don't really live in my house. I'm always on the go. Because she's out doing this and that and that. You see what I'm saying? And then it's like my house is just hold my stuff. But I take a shower, lay in the bed for a few hours, but that's all I utilize. My TV never on, and this is the type of stuff they was telling me at these clubs. So I think the Lord had me in these places for the experience of meeting people and saying that's why I don't go to strip clubs anymore, because I'm like, it ain't really no relevance for me. I haven't been there in years. Like it's nothing there for me because I already know how I would go there. I'm like, and not just them, but you had older women in there too, K. Judah, and this for the wave of everybody getting their body done with the BBLs and all that stuff now. You had older women in there, man. I'm talking about people like grandmother age, like I saw in there.
Right.
One older lady used to chase around, man. She had like some big breasts, like she had a breast done, man. And all these old men used to come in and see her all the time. And I forgot her name, but I'm telling you, man, she had to be like maybe like 58, 59, walking around in there, man, with a bunny outfit on and all that at this club. I think it's called the Ritz Cabaret at the time. I don't know if it's still named that, but this was years ago.
It's a spirit. It's the spirit that come with that too, though. It's a spirit that come with like that stripping thing. Like it's something about mesmerizing the man's mind. Like when they sit there in the chair and they just looking, and the woman just the pole and the things she doing on it. It's like that's how it's something that's it's a spirit come with that. And I don't think it's a good spirit. It's a spirit of from Hashatan, man, like manipulation or something, like something he used as a tool to suck men in to get them to, do things they wouldn't normally do. Like some of them men pay for women to sleep with them, bro. They actually pay money, like they have a wife at home, bro, and they will pay money in those arenas for a woman to lay with them.
I'm gonna tell you why. And why I know about that, right? For me being around that scene for years, talking to different people, you know why they do that, K. Judah?
Talk to me.
Because a lot of these guys is not the guy that they was once or wanted to be in life. A lot of these dudes that you see or being there, they was probably an unpopular guy, or they never couldn't get that girl in high school that they wanted. They was never that one. And I've seen a lot of that from these guys learning about where they went to school from and what they did and things like that, right? So what happens is when you go to these strip clubs, and I'm talking about this during the time that I was there. I don't know about now because, you got the rapper era where you got more people into the social club and social media and make people more famous. But back then, a lot of these dudes, they wasn't that popular guy or didn't have the great speech or give a gab to deal with a woman. But these guys here now, they don't need to give a gab anymore. I got the money. This is a bad woman. I can just pay her and not hit me a fine chick that I always dreamed of having sex with. Yeah, I might got a wife, but my wife don't look like that. That's the mentality that they have. When they dealing with a female, they got an all right female. They wasn't a guy that couldn't get this kind of female. Then in their mind too is, I would love to have a woman like that, but I know if I deal with this kind of woman here, it's going to cost me a lot. So I'd rather have an okay, decent looking woman. I can have a family, will have kids, will got a woman that love me, and then I can go play with, the ones that look like this. I can go play with these whores, but I ain't got to be with them either. You see what I'm saying? That's why most of them guys do that, because in their mind, they never got an opportunity to mess with a top notch or top tier female. They had to get with the bottom feeders because that's the way that they presented themselves, or that's the way that they look. But when you got money, money can buy you anything.
Do you think there's still a form of manipulation because it's going to drain the man's pockets?
Yeah, but you got to look at it like this, right? How much money do he make for his pockets to be drained? If it ain't hurting him, it ain't hurting him. That's why they call them do tricks. If you got the money, ain't gonna drain your pockets. If you make 7 figures a year, he just going to fulfill that fantasy that he never got to fulfill. Now it'll hurt a worthless man pocket, like a brother like you, me, going to work trying to take care of a family. Yeah, it's going to hurt us. But a guy like that, like them dudes, Mike and Don, trust me, it ain't hurt them. Them dudes making me put my knot of money back in my pocket and telling me throw theirs. You know what I'm saying? We drinking top tier alcohol, champagne. They riding around Lamborghinis and Ferraris, K. Judah. I ain't never drove no car like that.
My sister positive say Baal Peor.
I don't know what that is.
Baal Peor.
I know Baal is a false god.
She said that a lot of that, them poles and all that stuff come from ancient times. Yeah, probably. I know it didn't come from our women though. But like I say, in America, that's how I know this is a cesspool of nothing but wickedness, because it causes our people to do stuff they wouldn't normally do. And sometimes, like my sister Lucky said, some people do it to get ahead. Some people do it for the money. And some people just do it because, like Shasham say, man, they just like, the feeling of, the attention they may get too. From just men coming there every night, it's like a rush, giving them that energy. Damn, almost like being worshipped.
It's like having mommy and daddy issues too. You know what I'm saying? What I learned is if you deal with somebody or be around somebody that got to be seen all the time, they want to show themselves on the internet and want to be the center of attention. Most of them kids or people, they had mommy and daddy issues. They was not the favorite child when they was growing up, or the parents did not look at them a lot, or so they feel like they want to be loved or looking for in the wrong places. So a lot of them, they do stuff like that because they want attention. They haven't had it. And if you go and check out some of these videos of these women who've been getting their body done and stuff like this, or lost a lot of weight, and then they all come up with the same story of how they started acting out and cheating on their husbands, and because they lost 100 pounds and got their body done, and I never got all this attention before, and now they feel like a new person, and it's like they lose themselves. But this happened to a lot of people, you know what I mean, from temptation of the world when they start doing other things, So, and that's why I try to keep my daughters away from all that kind of stuff. And as they get older, let them know, listen, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. This stuff is just a temporary fad. It ain't nothing that lasts forever. But everything is temporary, because once you done doing what you doing, the show go on. Somebody else going to come right in, younger, beautiful. It just keeps going. It's a repeated cycle of itself. It's just like it's a business. It's 24/7. Just like your job. Once you old and done and you retired, somebody else is coming in. They're going to pay a little law to do the same job you was doing for 10, 20 years. You see what I'm saying?
I just asked the Most High, Father, Yahshua HaMashiach, just remember your servant. Look, I didn't beat on nobody's daughter. I wasn't hoeing their daughters out. So, I got me some daughters, because a lot of times what you done, it may trickle down on your own kids.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I didn't
So
do nothing like that either. I didn't.
yeah. So
woman out.
right. So I hope the Lord
nothing like
continue.
that.
I always respected mama. You know, I never disrespected my 6 sisters. I never call them bees and you know, I Father, just remember that I tried to walk right, even though I was hard-headed and stuff. But when it came to the sisters, the women, I wasn't beating on your daughters. I wasn't cursing them out and disrespecting them. So now I got me some daughters, and I just pray that they can remember what daddy taught them. That's all we can hope when our kids get older. Remember what I taught you.
But
you know, just remember what daddy taught you in the house, because they got to live their own life. You can't hold their hand forever. So the only thing that I could pray and hope is that they remember all the instructions that the Bible gave them, the game that they daddy gave them, their mama gave them. And just when you find somebody, let him be like how your daddy was with your mama, respectful, didn't put his hands on your mama, you know. So I just wish my daughters and my son too, when they get out there in the world, just remember what you was taught. That's all we can hope for.
And K Judah, you got understand this too. Being a stripper to a female, it's like a guy being a drug dealer. It's no difference. Both of them is a thing that you're doing, and it's fast money involved in both. So just like a guy who go and stand on the corner, sell drugs to make fast money, that's what stripping is to females that go work holes for fast money. It's pretty much one and the same, except one is legal and the other is illegal. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's pretty much the same. You know, dudes, when we're addicted to hustling, we don't get this money quick. That's the same thing with females on the pole. They're addicted to hustling like that. They can get the money quick because they feel, hey, if I can go shake my tail for 3 hours a night, make $6,000 real quick, then hey, well, I'm gonna go work a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing with a dude. You know, I'm gonna go sell a few pounds real fast. I done came up $3,000-$4,000, and then you know, whatever spots I got a day making money. You know, I ain't got to work a 9 to 5, or I can still work a 9 to 5, come back and then go collect my money. This is pretty much the same thing.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that the reason why a lot of times the Most High doesn't punish the daughters of Zion because he say that why punish your daughters when you yourself is also separated with whores, meaning that the men are making the women whores, because by them going to that strip club, the women are going to give them what they want to see because they going into their pockets paying, you see what I'm saying, to see these women perform these acts. So do you think that a lot of times the Most High not even punishing these women, or because the men themselves who are the leaders is also separated with whores themselves because they the ones making them whores? Do you think like that's how the Most High may look at that?
Yeah, because it would be hypocritical. It's the man really is. I'm not gonna blame it on all of us and say it's just our
I
fault.
got you.
We
I got you.
part of the blame because we the ones should be cleaning it up. You feel me?
Right.
Like for me, since I experienced that strip club life with my friends and being there for years, hanging around with my friends who work there and stuff like that, I have the experience to know better that Shashan, women shouldn't be doing this. And even my daughters, I always said that my nieces and them cousins, if I ever found out they was doing this, I would hurt them because I would let them know I don't live this life and been around. I know what goes on with that.
I got
This
you.
ain't something you want to do. These dudes will rape you, sell you drugs. They spike the drinks for the females. They sleep with the females, do all types of stuff, man. It's like it's not a good life because that kind of life I actually lead to prostituting. That's what started off prostituting. Women that's on them strip clubs. I mean, them strip clubs making money. And then a dude to offer you, hey, I give you $1,500 if you sleep with me tonight. You feel me? On top of what they already made. That start the prostituting off. And then they get hooked on them drugs and had that great fall, and then they start messing with a pimp. I mean, it depends on actually where you live at too. Because then, you know, you got the dudes who whore the women out, like you were saying, the pimps. So yeah, it's really our fault in a way, because for us to even have them kind of places, you should be like, no, our sisters ain't doing that kind of work, or they ain't in there stripping. You know what I'm saying? Let them heed the women. That's their thing. But when it comes to our people, they shouldn't definitely not be in there doing that.
Right. I got you.
But I definitely agree with what you said though. But and also like I said, it depends on what city, because every place ain't got pimps. or
Yeah,
like
okay.
that. You know, I know you got that in Houston and Detroit and other places. You know, where you got the Jews. They still walk around with them big cups and all that kind of stuff, like Pimpin' Ken and all them people.
Yeah, man, this is why I understand too that we have a very important job, man. Like it ain't easy, but trying to wake up our people. Cause like you just say, man, when you making that money, boy, you ain't trying to hear nothing about what no scriptures say. That's why I tell people, man, you can't meet them people in the arena where they make their money at. You can't go inside of a place full of vomit and think you're gonna clean it up. You got to catch these type of people away from places like that. But some people are listening, bro, and they are changed. Cause there was one woman in Israel United in Christ. They say she was a stripper and she changed her ways, but they said them men was on her, boy. They was on a sham because they were trying to see what they were trying to see what he do.
I don't care if she was a stripper or not. She wouldn't have been a woman I want to entertain. For one, I don't want a woman who lived that kind of life. You don't know how many men she been with. Right. And I ain't mad that she changed her life. I'm just saying for me and my conscious mind, it's like the Rahab the harlot situation. Oh no, I'm good. No, thank you. I don't care how bad the body is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Soap and water ain't cleaning it up. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? You don't know how many men been in there of that thing. Or what nationalities of guys. Like, people don't think about that. That's something I think about when it comes to women, especially who live those kind of lives. Like, nah, I'm good. I pass. You know what I mean? Like, everything that look good ain't always good for you. Sometimes, like, people need to be by themselves. Now, I ain't saying every woman that's a stripper is a whore and sleeping out with everybody, but come on, to be honest, KG, you just don't know. And for one, a woman ain't going to tell you everything about themselves. You feel me? Because they don't want to embarrass themselves and things that they had to do to get to where they need to be. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. So that's like a big trust issue for me. And then for two, yeah, one of them guys might have got with her, but those other dudes that saw her and still want her, it's always going to be in their mind thinking about that, KG. He having fun with her. This just ain't a wife thing. Is he really teaching her the Bible? You know what I mean? You know how dudes start to think, man, that lust start coming in, bro, and that just is going to lead to a whole bunch of drama. Yeah, you know, whole bunch of drama. She would really need a guy who was going to love her and actually teach her about being modest and separating herself, like, and go slow with her. Not like you said, them dudes all over her because they looking at one thing.
Yeah.
But remember, they missed a one wife. You know, it just was a one wife thing there. You know, you can't be having all these wives, so they should be going like that anyway.
Yeah, man. But sometimes I think about, man, what if we would have just done right? Like, we wouldn't even have to deal with none of this. But that just wishful thinking, you know, because reality is that we hear. But I'm talking about sometimes your mind just be imagining things like, wow, man, what if our fathers would have never sinned? We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be speaking English. We'll know our native tongue. We'll be amongst our own people, you know, actually in our own land, enjoying our inheritance, eating our food, our dance, our music. And man, our fathers gave up all that, man, for our brothers to live the lives they live, for our sisters to do what they do, our children out of order, everything out of order. You know, they don't respect the parents. Man, you got kids killing their mamas and daddies. I mean, bro, we fell low, bro. We fell low. I'm talking low, bro. As a people, we fell low. And Sham, us trying to wake this people up from this lowest state has been a struggle, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this mess with my mental sometimes, because sometimes I be asking y'all, like, man, these people ain't trying to hear nothing. Like, this is useless. Not your word is useless, but trying to wake up a brain dead people is difficult, brother. Because you're gonna get more opposition than them really saluting you for you're working your efforts you putting in to wake them up. You're gonna get way more opposition, way more disrespect, way more of your people's animosity.
But why though, KG? Why is it so hard? You ever think about it?
Give me your perspective, because I think because we in the valley of the dry bones that are still dead.
Yeah, we can say that. That's a perfect example. But because of the conditioning and the slavery over the years and brainwashing, it's like you trying to rewire somebody's brain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we it's like when you trying to wake somebody up, you trying to all right, just look at it this way. We trying to reboot the computers in their brain to wipe out the what was in brain installed in them and upload the righteous memory database that they had or that they should have been programmed with. So that's why it's useless, because it's like, oh, every time we reset it or try to repower it, the stuff that was embedded in there still there, and we can't get that out. That's the issue.
Yeah, but that's how I used to think when I was first young coming in. I don't think like that no more. I used to like be upset talking to y'all, just like, man, why you call me to do this? It's useless. Like, this people brain dead. But I wasn't coming from a perspective of me thinking that I'm better than my people. I was coming from a perspective is that you call us to do this, but this people do not want to even hear your good word. This word can save a people. It can change and renew a people. It can make you a new creature. They don't care about your word. And then I started realizing in the Israelite community, it wasn't even about the gospel, Shasham. I started realizing, man, this supersedes the gospel. This is about men want to be worshiped, brother. This is about men getting positions in this side of the world to where people worship and praise them and not the creator. So I started, catching on to that. This is about money and income and gain and positions and third in command and for over 5,000 and over. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's true. The community has become that. Well, it was that before I walked in it. I would say that it was already like that. Everybody wants to be, the leader and be looked at and be in charge. But a lot of these guys that supposed to be the leader ain't even got the knowledge to be a leader. They ain't even got knowledge to deal with these so-called people, these upper echelon people and things like that that's holding the books. You know what I'm saying? They just want everybody to look at them as they great. But I'm like, man, but you're not the King of Kings. You're not the Lord of Lords. And then, like, you would be nothing around the Messiah. Who art thou? You would be nothing around the prophets. You know what I mean?
Right.
Moses and our forefathers, our ancestors, Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, was a friend of the Most High. Like, you know what I'm saying? The problem is that a lot of these guys are unhumbled. And they feel entitled, K. Judah.
Right.
That's what it is, bro. They feel entitled.
But so, you said something on your panel. I'm trying to remember what you said. It was about the truth. Let me see, man. You said something. It was important though about this walk and about this movement. I'm trying to remember what you said though. It was about you teaching, and because I could tell, brother, because I remember you used to go live a lot and try to wake these people up, and then I saw you start pulling back, and I could tell, brother, like when I saw you pulling back, I was like, yeah, you could just tell, like Sham just giving more time to family and the things you're trying to do away from this YouTube. Because sometimes you do have to take a break. Sometimes you need a mental break. Sometimes you gotta, reboot that battery. Because if you just stay on here all the time, brother, it just started to mess with your mental. You know what I'm saying?
It's because us being teachers of this faith, trying to help people, and then you do so much, you put so much time into it, then you realize people don't even appreciate it. And it's not everybody, but it's a lot of people, man. They're so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Know how to talk to you. Yeah. And they got so much hopes and aspirations for what we doing. And this ain't for the ones who don't appreciate it, but this is for the ones who do. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love and support from all the brothers and sisters that support us. And I ain't just talking about the FOP family, CUC family, even other brothers who don't generally get their name called a lot, or other people in the background that's here for just support, more support. I'm talking about the ones who always come around and got something to say, something disrespectful to say, K. Judah. They never have no works to show forth. You know what I'm saying? And then the people that always want to come around and argue and debate with you. that for me, I take my information very seriously. You know, when
Yes,
my time,
I know you do. I know you do, brother.
like I said, I don't need to have 1,000 and 4,000 something people watching what I'm doing. I'd rather give my information to, if it's 2-3 people that's going to will to listen and learn and going to say, man, this is right and going to change. I'd rather give that information to them than 100 people, 400 people. Why? Because I'm just wasting my breath, wasting my time arguing with a bunch of people about some stuff when I can give it to somebody who sincerely want to learn.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. I don't want to be a waste of time for nobody, because studying and putting in study, it takes a long time. It takes a lot. Like, I feel like, hey, I don't have time to waste anymore at my age. I done did this for this many years, doing this, doing that. And hold on a second.
Okay. Do y'all think, family, that it's just a lot of our people just not gonna get it? Go ahead, Shawsham, you can finish. But I was just asking them, do y'all think that just not for everybody? It may be a witness against them, but sometimes I also be thinking, because Christ say no man can come to me except the Father draw that man. So maybe the people, when we say we got to wake up all of Israel, maybe that's not the Most High's plan to wake up all of Israel. Maybe he's just looking for that remnant, you know what I'm saying, that's really gonna love him and have a relationship with him.
All he's looking for is those that's in the Messiah hand. That's it. Now I know people say, well, it's not a number to it. Just the Messiah said, all of those that was given to me are thine. None shall be plucked out of my hand. That's all that we trying to wake up, is those that's in the Messiah hand, which a number that we can't count. But that's it. Everybody else, it don't matter. It's just all of those that was given to him. Now we would say, well, who all was given to him? The whole nation was, right? But the ones that's in his hands that he's going to save are the ones that he's going to that's given to him. That's not going to be plucked out, because then you would say, well, how is people going to be plucked out? It's going to be people that's going to be purged and plucked out the wilderness.
Yeah,
they're going to be saved till they got there, but they also going to be plucked out. Out of the Messiah hand.
That's true, brother. It's true.
So,
you
know, I just, for me, I just, like I say, at my age, I feel like I don't have time to waste with people and things anymore. I'm gonna enjoy my life, do what I got to do. Because I just feel like I'm not going to be doing this hours and hours for ungrateful people who want to be disrespectful, that got something to say, and coming at me crazy. I feel like, listen, if you know the scriptures, then don't come over here. You don't need me to teach you. You can go watch somebody else.
That's true.
Because I don't need nobody to teach me. I don't have to go and watch all these different people every week to learn the scriptures and all this other stuff. You know, I go through the Holy Spirit of the Lord and he teach me.
That's
and
right.
help me do my studies. I don't have to do that. You know, I'm not on YouTube to entertain nobody. That's another thing. It's a form of entertainment. I'm not here to entertain. I don't do camp videos anymore, because a lot of brothers want to see the camp videos because they just want to see you cut somebody. They want to be entertained. That's Israel's problem. Our problem is we more into the entertainment of this stuff and not the learning and teaching of this stuff. That's the problem that I've always saw in Israel, is that people was more into the entertainment. So they would love to see videos of Zabak teaching and cutting the Jewish guy and cutting the African. All right, but what did we really learn from that? Yeah, he cut them and this and that, and a few brothers might have thought, like, yeah, they thought they woke up, but no, man, truthfully, they didn't wake up. They didn't wake up. It was just entertainment. Now we at the point where we actually teaching people. Where when when y'all see me back on the streets with all that stuff I got back there, because I'm trying to get these camp signs done. When y'all see Shawsham on the streets teaching again, I'm not going to be teaching out there for entertainment or trying to gather a crowd to cut somebody. I'm going to be out there teaching the people and actually teaching.
Right. Facts.
To get an understanding on, this is why this happened. This is why this happened.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going back out there to teach. That's what the Most High say, Shawsham. When you hit the streets again, this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be actually teaching, not entertaining. Where I'm gonna be out there, I'm gonna actually want to be out there and in a more manner and a more of a passion, where I went out there to teach people and not out there to entertain people, where people actually coming to learn. And I got a bunch of stupid questions, and then somebody come up and I'm gonna cut the Edomite and da 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 da, and you you condemned to hell and you doomed and you're gonna die, and you know what I mean. I'm not going out there to do that. I'm going out there to actually teach the people repentance and coming into the fold and why they should serve the Father and the Son. And no, you don't have to join us. We're not out here for you to join us. We're out here to teach you, to wake you up to who you are. You don't need to join us. You already are joined to the nation of Israel if you're an Israelite. You just need to learn who you are and learn who you need to follow and worship the name of the Lord. That's it. That's why I'm out there. I'm not out there for you to follow me and join my congregation. None of that.
That's
so
a good.
That's what y'all going to see when I'm out there again.
That's a good point, brother. Because that's what I struggle with. I think the Most High keep sending me through this test. I keep going through this same test that I haven't been able to conquer yet, but he keeps sending me through this same test of this disrespect of people. I struggle with that because I feel like if you disrespect me, you asking for me to disrespect you. You asking for me to give you what you dishing out to me. If I'm being respectful and you disrespect me, you want me to fall back and soak that up with your disrespect. That's something I struggle with, brother. Because you ain't just going to talk to me any kind of way, dog. I'm 43 years old, a man with a family, children, and you think I'm going to take your disrespect? I struggle with that, bro. Because Shasham is uncalled for. Don't you know what type of mind you gotta, what type of state of mind you gotta be in to be that stupid and dumb, bro? To just come to somebody's channel to disrespect them. Brother, you could have kept that to yourself. Go start a channel. If I'm teaching wrong, go teach right. That's it. Start your channel. Go teach right.
The thing is, KJ, a lot of these guys, man, they wasn't given the understanding to even teach, bro. They the regurgitators, bro. They regurgitate what was said, what was told, what was taught. And like I say, when a guy like you come around, they get afraid because you so versed in the scriptures. You know what you know. I know what I know, and we can do what we can do. And then, like I said, a lot of guys, they don't be disrespectful to us because of what you have, the following you have, the people that come around and learn from you. A lot of people be wanting that. You know what I'm saying? They be wanting that. And they want that attention. And then they go to the point where, they'll try to come at us and say, see, you dudes about money and asking for money. And like, no, we not. No, we not. Because when y'all on them other platforms over there with ISUBK and Sakai and all them dudes, and y'all be sending them guys all those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars they be making a month off their members and them super chats, and them dudes buying all this type of stuff, and then these dudes be having splits and this guy didn't help me with this, and to me, I look at all that type of stuff as just a headache, man. I don't be wanting to deal with all that stuff right there. That's just too much.
But nobody don't come against them. They, like it's cool when they get the donations and they get the Patreons and the super chat. We don't even ask for money, brother. So I'm thinking in my mind, they should realize that we are sincere. Like we really are sincere with this thing. If somebody wanted to donate, I understand. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point I'm making is that we so focused on the information and waking them up that we ain't even worried about super chats, Patreon, donation. Like, brother, we ain't even, like when we go live, we ain't even thinking about dropping no donation button, bro. We about the information. We really trying to wake up your mind. But they still get disrespected, brother, even doing that.
Like I said, all the classes we did, I remember this right. I was on Sinetta, and brother Reggie did a show on. He was trying to talk about the Bible, how he was trying to debunk the Bible and this information, right? So I was looking at it, I laughed at it, right? His information he brought out, and Sinetta got on there and said, "Yeah, man, the brother Reggie, Elder Reggie, Dr. Reggie, he brought this wonderful information out to the people. Can y'all send the brother some Cash App donation, show him some love?" And he worked hard on this presentation. So they were sending him money, and he was asking Reggie how much he got. And Reggie was like, "This is nowhere near enough money. Like, I need more. I need more money, right?" And I started laughing. I was like, "Bro." Yeah, I started laughing, right? Like, bro, what you mean you need more money? People donated or decide to give you something that they could give. That's what they give. You know what I mean? Truthfully, you shouldn't be getting nothing because this is something you decided to do. If you wanted to put this information out and give it to the people, you gave it to the people. Nobody says you have to be paid for this. And this is another argument that I'll be having with brothers, because it was another brother I was watching a video I did with the brother Mahar and them, and he was talking about what? Okay, let it in. He was talking about if a brother teaching you they should get Shekoyim's money if they doing like these duties or priestly duties, and I'm like, nah, show me in the scripture where if I'm out here teaching the people I'm supposed to get paid. I haven't saw that in the scriptures talking about they should give alms. And I'm like, okay, I understand. Yeah, people want to use that, give alms, right? That's if you decide, if you want to give somebody or help somebody out, that's right. But you're not required to pay nobody to teach the Bible. I told, listen, the word of the Most High is free. You feel me? It should be free. I shouldn't have to pay you, especially if people don't know what the hell they talking about. I shouldn't have to pay you for false breakdowns. Because years ago, ISUPK got mad because I said y'all selling the word of the Lord. Y'all selling breakdowns. That's what they would do. Right. They would have these breakdowns or what they was teaching all up on their website. You could buy them. The Daniel 7 does such and such breakdown. What it was, $15.99 for this DVD and this DVD. You buy all these different teachings that they supposed to have. That's supposed to be the truth. But then you dudes only had the right understanding. But I got to pay you for all these teachings of understanding this part of the Bible and that part of the Bible. And I say, yo, this is become nothing but a hustle. So that's what it's about now. Right. So it ain't about how we got the spirit, right? Like I was saying, the reason why the Lord gave us the books, right? Because we put the classes together. Well, how to debunk the rape doctrine. For these dudes saying the Lord allowed rape, right? Oh, well, man, K. Judah did 2 classes, but the last one was also what, 4 hours long. Right? Yep. Did we film that and take that and put it up for sale? Nope. To say, hey, man, K. Judah about to make some money? Nope. What? Oh, my brother. Oh, hold on, K. Judah. I'll be right back.
Okay, go ahead. Lucky. That's what they want you to do. So they can say you're not a true man of Yah because you're quick to anger. And Lucky, I'm gonna show you something. That's another form of their manipulation. Because see, they think they can say what they want, and it's like a form of bullying. It's just like bullying. Somebody at school, the mom tell her son, don't fight back, son. You just go tell the teacher. You go tell the principal. I deal with it. He come home every day. Nothing is happening. The bully is messing with him, hitting him, slapping him upside the head. That one day that your child decide to stand up for himself and knock that bully out, he never have to worry about being bullied again. So when they say, oh man, he quick to anger, I'm going to give them what they want. Sometimes you got to give people what they asking for. I bet they'll leave you alone. I bet you they'll leave you alone. Because this mouth right here, I know how to articulate myself and say stuff to a person that would mess with your soul, dog. Because then I know how to be funny with it too. So I be advising people, leave me alone, bruh. I know I'm going to get opposition. I mean, this come with the walk. But disrespect, I'm not going for your disrespect, man. I don't think that have anything to do with being so quick to anger. It got something to do with y'all think because I teach the Bible, you can say anything you want. And because y'all say, well, he's a man of God, he's not going to say anything. I'm trying to get to the level of the Hamashiach. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. If somebody hit me in the back of the head right now with a rock, I'm going to stop for a minute and I'm going to say, God, I know you want me to walk away. I know you want me to walk away, Lord. I'm about to knock this nigga out to the middle of next week. But God really want me to walk away. That's just something y'all going to have to pray with me on, family. I need prayer. Because that's a hard thing to be in a flesh and blood body. Nigga hit you in the head with a rock. That mean every time they see me, they going to hit me in my head. But not if I knock his soul out his body. Man, leave that nigga alone. Leave him alone, bro. You ain't see what he did to old buddy last week for hitting him in the head with a rock? So I understand what you're saying, Lucky. We just got to ask the Most High and pray that the Most High give us the strength to endure these Negroes. Because Negroes, I'm telling you, boy, you more disrespectful than anybody. Out of all the disrespect you get from the world, out of all the disrespect that you get from cops, out of all the disrespect you get from politics and laws being put in place to destroy you, to manipulate you, all these things, and you still disrespectful, you mean to tell me out of all the disrespect you endure, black man, black woman, out of everything you've been through, and you don't got no respect, no little ounce of compassion for your brother and sister, to where when they teaching, you can't just come into the chat and listen. You got to come into the chat running your mouth and screaming and hooping and hollering. And then once you come in the chat and you be corrected on things you saying, like the one time me and Sharshan was teaching, brother just came out of nowhere. God don't got no age of accountability. I say, brother, slow down. Yes, he do. Read it. So I went to the book of Numbers. From the age of 20 and up, all that murmured against me. That means from 20 and up, you know what you're doing. Brother, that's an age of accountability, brother. He didn't say from 17 and up. He said from 20. Because they were murmuring against him. So he didn't say nothing about the little kids. Because they was only doing what mama and daddy was doing if they were doing anything. From 20 years old and up, all that murmured against me, you're going to die in the wilderness. So the point that I'm making is that why y'all so hasty to speak when you don't know anything? Don't be so hasty to speak before Yah without hearing the conclusion of the whole matter. Go ahead, Shan.
Yeah, I want to thank you for letting me come on, K. Judah.
Oh yeah, appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, man.
I got to deal with this family issue. Having a little family issue right now. So I'm
well, thank you for coming up, brother. I love you. Thank you for coming up, dropping that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And like I say, whenever you're ready to do the raw bone, let me know. We're gonna handle business.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish that today, putting that together today, everything, and then we're gonna do that next week. Hopefully, I'll have two of them done. I just gotta handle this today real quick.
Okay, my brother.
And then today, yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna finish putting the slides together today. I might think I need maybe one or two more when I download and put it together with the scriptures.
Okay.
I'll let you know if I need 2 more slides for the red bone.
Okay, and I also put the scriptures together to go with what you got, so you know how we yin and yang. So
oh yeah, we got it.
Already, my brother. Many blessings to you.
Okay, shalom everybody, shalom to the whole FOP family, CUC family, and keep up the good work. I appreciate it.
Already, my brother. You too, man. Thank you.
Shalom.
Shalom. Before I get up out of here, family, I just want to say this. Lucky, you're absolutely correct what you're saying about they will say you quick to anger. And I like how you say sometimes you got to shut them down. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm going to say this to y'all because y'all my family. I have been quiet. Like, if y'all ever notice, you don't never hear me. Like, if there's a problem behind the scene, you don't never hear me come and bring it to the forefront unless somebody done already threw some stones and now I got no choice but to respond to something somebody done said. Like, for instance, it was a situation happened. I told this situation. Somebody stole our money. I never said nothing. I never did one video. This individual did so many videos. I still was quiet. Listen, y'all. Like how y'all saying they gonna say you quick to anger, right? This person did video after video. I mean, just she the one stole the money, but she doing videos. But she the one stole the money, but she talking about me and my people. But she the one stole the money, but she doing all the videos. So I'm quiet the whole time because I'm trying to do the godly thing. I'm not gonna entertain that. I'm gonna be quiet. This woman wouldn't stop, dog. She wouldn't stop. What y'all want me to do? This woman out here lying. What you want me to do? So I gotta come tell the truth, right? And let the world know she stole the money, y'all. This the thief right here. She stole it. We didn't do nothing to her. We helped her out, but she making videos against us like we did something to her when we the one gave her the money. So sometimes you do have to say something. For instance, another situation. I try to hit somebody up behind the scene, talk like men. He go live crying all over the place, at least about 100 videos. Just crying and whining, lying and manipulating, all type of situation. I didn't say nothing. I was quiet the whole time. Didn't say one word. Video after video, I'm quiet. Until I came out and had to tell the truth. What y'all wanted me to do? Just let them keep lying and manipulating everybody? Making it look like somebody did something to him? He's still lying today too. He can't help himself. All he do is lie. Oh, I've been betrayed, but he won't tell what the betrayal was. I didn't ask him 100 times. Let the people know what the betrayal is. He don't know because there's no betrayal. Oh, y'all slander me. Let the people know what the slander is. He never have yet because there's no slander. The point I'm telling y'all is that you can say anything behind this microphone and sweat a perception your way for people to believe what you're saying, even if you lying like you've been lying. But everybody believe you, though. Everybody believe you. But when live and threw all type of stones and then lie and say, y'all betrayed me. But then the Bible say if you got a quarrel with y'all brother, because, you know, everybody like to quote scriptures, you're supposed to handle it behind the scene. But, well, that's what K do to try to do. Y'all keep this off of YouTube and handle it behind the scene. And guess what? Sent me a video, audio recording instead of just talking to me like a man. Gave me an audio video recording thing. You know how you make a video and send it to a person? But why you just didn't talk to me like a man and all this could have been settled? Because you didn't want to talk to me like a man. You wanted to go to YouTube so you could persuade a perception your way and get people to believe what you were saying, even though I know you're a liar. And that's why God is causing all these people to come and apologize. Miss April. I used to go on Miss April's panel. I love Miss April. I don't got nothing against Miss April. I always show Miss April the utmost respect. She just apologized to me yesterday. She say I was swayed by somebody not to come to your channel. I know who it was who told her that, but she never told Miss April she stole my money though. Y'all see how God works? See, you don't always got to fight your battles. When people do you wrong, God will make them come and apologize. I want to give a salute to my little sister, Michaela. A young sister, young woman came and apologized and made right with me and my sisters. I salute her because she came like a young woman and she apologized. She apologized. She didn't make any excuses for what she did. She apologized, man, and I accepted her apology and told her, my little sister, because she always been my little sister. But she was manipulated by somebody. Y'all see how this thing work? People get in the ear of other people and manipulate them and lie in their ear because they're only hearing one side of a story. I always tell everybody, and the CUC family can vouch for this. I say, family, you only hearing my side. So this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna ask them to go live and give their side and say what I did wrong. Nobody haven't came out and said what I did wrong yet. They keep lying, keep making lives, but haven't said what I did wrong yet. The brother who got so much to say told me on an audio recording video, you a good brother, K. Judah. But he didn't say that on the live. When he went live, he lied and manipulated everything. But I got the audio when you said that I'm a good brother and been a good brother to you. But why you didn't tell the world that? You told the world something different, brother, and God heard you. Because God know I've been a good brother to you. That's why you miserable and sad in the spirit. Just miserable. And your misery gonna continue until you make right. Instead of trying to justify yourself for the wrong you did. You better be like little sister. You better be like Miss April. They made right. And they apologized. And I accepted their apology. Because you can't sway people your way when you the one did the wrong. You can lie to people, but you can't lie to God. And that's why I kept quiet for a long time, family. I don't make videos against people unless they coming for me and mine. Let me say that one more time. I don't make videos against people unless they coming for me and mine. I will be quiet and let you do your videos until it get to a point where I can't take your lies no more. And you give me no choice but to tell the truth. Because a day will come, and I'm telling y'all now. I'm telling y'all don't come to the live. If you don't want to hear me go hard in the paint, if this dude say anything disrespectful, I'm going to expose him to the world. I'm telling y'all right now. I am going to tell all the truth that I know that I've been holding in because I don't want to expose you. But if you disrespect me or anything that's around me, I'm going to tell the world and expose you and give you an open rebuke that you would not be able to handle. So I advise you to just be quiet, homie, and keep your feelings to yourself. And I know you're listening, but I'm warning you now. I will expose you to the world. So the best thing to do is just live your life in peace and start worrying about what we doing. Because you keep lying, talking about somebody betrayed you and y'all slandered me. Brother, can you please call it out for the world? Can you say what I done? Please, just let the world know. This is what K. Judah did to me. You haven't did that out of 100 videos. You haven't said yet what I done. You haven't told nobody what I done yet. Can you please let them know? That's how confident I am. Let them know what I done. And I know it's going to be nothing that I done to you. Just let it know. Oh, yeah, been jealous. I already know it's jealousy and envy. That's why I got away from them. The Most High showed me a long time ago in my spirit when I prayed and asked him to remove the people that don't got my best interest, that's hovering jealousy and envy. Because Shem just told y'all, when a man have something that other people don't have, people get envious and jealous over it, family. They get jealous and envious. The Most High gave me a special gift to swing his sword and to articulate myself in a way that resonate with people. Some men don't like that. If you getting like admiration from people and salutes and, you know, they appreciate who you are and what you do, people don't like that. They don't like that. So I'm just giving a warning. I'm going to keep quiet, y'all. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to start anything. I'm going to keep quiet. But this is a warning. Leave this alone, because if you don't, I'm going to expose you, homie. I'm talking about expose you. I'm going to tell everything. Everything. Because I'm going to give you an open rebuke. I'm going to give you a spanking on live. I'm going to give you a spanking. And when they find out who you truly are, they're going to look at you different, dog. And I don't want to do that to you. Because all you do is lie and manipulate, try to paint yourself like you a good dude when I know it's the opposite. You got darkness in your heart, dog. That's why I got away from you. You walking in darkness, bro. You been walking in darkness. You got a dark heart, homie. Very dark heart. That's why you so angry. You're mad at everything and everybody. You have no peace. But I pray you find peace. But don't try to find it on the back of others who have done you no wrong. And you manipulate live broadcast to sway perception your way and pull other people into that perception. Now they running their mouth, don't know what's going on, wasn't behind the scene, but this what you wanted, to sway perception to your side. But K. Judah have the truth. I have the audio recording that you telling me you a good brother, K. Judah. So leave this alone, homie. I've been quiet long enough. And when I came out, people ran in my chat box to my, this not the way, K. Judah, don't do this. But never went to the person who caused the problem. You talk about being unrighteous in judgment. Because one thing I know, one thing for certain, that when people think you have everything together, they don't even think you deserve to be prayed for. They don't even think you deserve any mercy. They don't even think that you deserve for people to pray for you. Because they think in their mind, you got it all together, brother. You don't go through anything. Look what God has blessed you with. You know the word. And by me teaching the word, I should be getting prayed for even more. You don't know what I go through in my mind. You don't know what I battle with. But because they think you have it together, family, they won't even pray for you. And lie and manipulate and say, God showed me that this person is going, just lying. He ain't show you nothing. But you lying though. So family, y'all got to understand, I've been quiet long enough, family. y'all just don't understand. Man, I was quiet for months, letting all this disrespect fly. I mean, disrespect, video after video after video, dog. Nobody know but me. Nobody know but the CUC family that it was videos being done every single day and I stayed quiet. Y'all don't know that? Y'all don't even know that. For months, disrespect after disrespect. And I never said the woman name that stole my money, y'all. Come on now. As I'm not being a good brother, I won't even say her name. Most people just blast her name all over the internet. I ain't did that yet. I tried not to do a video, but she gave me no choice. She don't know how to be quiet. So before I close, family, all I say is this. Leave this alone. Leave me alone. Leave the CUC family alone. We ain't looking for no drama. We ain't looking to start nothing. But if you start it, I'm going to finish it. And I still haven't exposed you. That goes to show you I'm really being a good brother. Because if I truly expose you, dog, your feelings going to be hurt. Now, you can go live and be bold and talk, but I better not hear any disrespect coming at me or my family, the CUC family. Because you need a spanking, dog. Nobody, everybody around you just babyfy you, justify you. Oh, man, you just, everybody. Nobody tell you the truth. I'm going to give you what you're looking for. And I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to expose you. So I advise you to be quiet. You can say what you want now. I'm talking about be quiet when it comes to the stuff that you can't let go. Like you know how you did 20, 30 videos crying about the same thing, lying to people on your lives. Remember you just kept lying, you wouldn't stop. But then when K. Judah started talking, come on, K. Judah, don't be like that, brother. But nobody told him that. Nobody told him to stop, not one time. Nobody. Everybody around him was justifying him. Nobody said, brother, you need to stop this. You need to let this go, brother. You taking this too far. Not one person told that boy, man, you need to stop this, brother. They ain't even saying nothing to you, dog. Why you keep doing it? Nobody. So I'm going to give him what he want then. Since nobody won't correct him, I'm going to do it. But if he don't say nothing, I won't say nothing, y'all. I won't do a video. If he don't say nothing, I won't say nothing. If he disrespect anything that's going on this side of the pond, he asking for it, family. So I'm warning y'all now. Y'all don't want to hear it, don't tune in. But I'm going to give him what he asking for. So this is my warning. Because I'm going to be whatever I need to be when I need to be. Whether that's being respectful or whether giving you smoke for what you looking for. I love y'all, family. But sometimes you have to speak up. And you got to give an open rebuke for those who think they can lie and say anything and manipulate situations to sway perception to their side. And have everybody looking at you like you wicked and you wrong and you perverse and you not a man of God. Man, I could care less what people think. Whether you think I'm a man of God or not, man, I let the works bear witness what I do. So I don't even care about nothing like that. People gonna say what they want to say. But nobody correct this dude, not one person, nobody. When I say nobody tell him the truth. He say anything he want. He lie, he manipulate, anything. Nobody say nothing. Nobody. So what I'm going to do is keep doing what I do, keeping my mouth closed. And if he just go about his business, I'll go about my business. That's it. That's it, fam. That's all I can say. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. Sometimes you got to pull a man to the side and pull his coattail and say, you out of pocket. And I didn't did it. I didn't have to tell brother, you out of pocket, homie. You need to go apologize. You got to apologize, bro. Because when you truly love somebody, you tell them the truth. You don't tell them what they want to hear. You tell them what they need to hear. And that goes for me too. When my family was coming at me for what I did to my partner, they was right. They was right what they was telling me. And I made right. Because pride can't get in the way of you making right. You got to make right. You got to do the right thing. And God gonna salute you for that. For doing the right thing. So all I'm telling my sisters, man, look, y'all don't worry about nothing. Y'all keep doing what y'all do. Because I know the truth and y'all know the truth. And we've been quiet long enough, family. We have tried to be silent. We follow the scriptures, try to handle it behind the scene. None of that worked. And it's not from our side that it didn't work. Some people just didn't want it to work. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. And this thing blew up on YouTube. And I tried to keep it behind the scene. And my sisters can tell you, I didn't try to be a peacemaker. I done brought the family together to have conversations to squash whatever problems that people was having against each other. None of that stuff worked. Because certain individuals, you ain't do nothing to nobody. My sisters, I know y'all. You ain't do nothing to nobody. Don't let nobody manipulate y'all, make y'all think y'all done something. You ain't do nothing to nobody. These people don't even know y'all. They ain't have no conversation with y'all. Ain't never talked to y'all on the phone. They don't know y'all. But I know y'all. Because when it's time to stand up and do for others in Israel, y'all sisters always come through. Y'all always come through. So just keep doing what y'all do. Let the haters hate. Jealousy and envy is a big thing in Israel. You can't stop that. Can't stop people talking. Can't stop people going gossip. You can't stop none of that. All you can do is do what you need to do. But we know about the bullies. You can't let nobody just bully you. They're going to keep bullying you. Sometimes you have to speak up. Listen, sometimes. You don't got to fight all your battles. Sometimes, though, you have to speak up. And you have to speak up in a way to where it would dead all the lies that a person is telling. Because once the truth come out, I'm talking about the real truth that I still haven't told. Once the truth come out that I still haven't told, it's going to make you look bad, and I don't want to do that. So that's why I'm trying my best to leave this thing alone, dead this thing. But I can't just keep letting somebody alone, me and my family. Well, okay, Judah, we all family. Yeah, in a sense, you're right. But sometimes you got to deal with your other family from across the street because they don't know how to behave. They don't know how to behave. Because the Most High know the truth, and I know the truth that certain individuals who was around me had jealousy and envy in their heart. They could try to justify it, but I know what I know, and I know what I saw. Certain men couldn't be around me, dog. Too much admiration from the people. Too much comments from the people. Too much, when the Bible said, let another lips praise thee, I was getting too much of that from people. Not praising me in the sense of like, I'm a God, but praising me for the works and my efforts and the hard work and dedication that I put into what I do when it comes to putting these lessons together and edifying this nation. And God will show you when a man is jealous and envious of you, you better open up your eyes. Because they'll say little stuff like this, ain't no big eyes and little U's. Who you think they talking to? You can't be talking to the people out there. You got to be talking to me. Don't elevate yourself, brother. That's that hater talk, y'all. That's that jealousy talk. So you got to get away from people like that. And that's what I prayed and asked Jah, remove these individuals. And he did. He removed them. And now I'm walking in peace with my family. We don't got to worry about no haters and jealousy and niggas talking slick and niggas walking in darkness. So I don't want to have to do it. But this little nigga will. I'm telling you. I don't want to. Somebody better get in his ear and tell him to leave this alone. Because when the truth come out, It's gonna hurt you, dog. Because when I tell them what's all this about, everything about one individual, and you don't want me to tell them that, dog. So please, please stop it. Leave this alone. Leave this alone, bro. Even she would tell you to leave this alone. I hope she do. And I hope the people that's around you tell you to leave this alone. Because if you don't, and you get crazy, I'm going to get crazy. Because you don't have nothing on me. I have a lot on you, brother, that I don't want to expose to the world. So leave this alone. That's all I ask. All right, family. I'm going to keep walking in the spirit, y'all. So y'all here first. I don't want no drama. I don't want no problem. I'm going to keep walking in the spirit. I'm going to stay out of trouble. I'm going to stay out of drama. But I'm warning y'all right now. I'm telling y'all, if I hear any disrespect, I'm going to give them what they looking for. Just point blank period, family. I'm going to get them what they looking for. But I don't want to do it, family, because it's going to hurt. And I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I am not trying to hurt nobody. You know what? I got to say this before I go. Man, only if y'all knew how long I was quiet, y'all would be like, dang, this brother really was quiet. If y'all could, if somebody could have recorded me when all this stuff was going on, y'all would be like, man, this man wasn't saying anything, and they still wouldn't stop. This man was asking them, man, don't do this, man. Please, man, do not go to YouTube with this. They disregarded my request and still went to YouTube. Listen, y'all, I say, man, let's just keep this behind the scene. They wouldn't listen. What y'all want me to do? I'm asking y'all, what y'all want me to do? If I tell somebody, man, let's look, family, let's just all come together. Let's talk it out. Let's just keep this behind the scene. This person say, no, I'm finna go let the world know y'all wicked and evil and, y'all betrayed me. But never say what the betrayal was. When you hear somebody say, y'all betrayed me, the only betrayal is we stopped going to his channel. That's not betrayal. Do you know what betrayal is? Betrayal, brother, if you tell me something in secrecy and then I go expose it to somebody else, which I have never done. Anybody can vouch for this. Whatever you tell me is between me and you. So that's not betrayal. Slander, brother, you threw the first stone. Do you not understand that? Like, what is wrong with your brain? Do you not know that you went live and did at least 10, 12 videos? And I was quiet on all your videos that you was doing until I said enough is enough. And I still, when I went live with Oracle, still did not expose everything. Still did not really tell the truth, because I say, man, I don't want to just hurt the dude like that. Still did not expose everything. And you still kept doing videos, video after live, after live, after live. Still lying. Still lying. But Michaela, I salute you. Miss April, I salute you. Thank you for your apologies. Thank you for apologizing, Miss April, because me and you always had a great relationship. We never had any problems. I always respected you as an elder, like a mother figure. And I still look at you the same way, Miss April. There's no problem with you. I want you to know that. But when you told me that you stopped coming to my channel because of an individual, that goes to show you, look how God worked, Miss April. Look how you came back and apologized, and look how the Lord worked. You see how God exposed that an individual told you to stop supporting me? You see how that worked, y'all? I didn't know that. I did not know that. But that goes to show you how God worked. And me and Miss April gonna be good. We gonna be good. Shasham, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. In this situation, we already have peace, the CUC. This individual ain't looking for peace. That's why he keep going live, lying and manipulating this situation. Until this man tell the truth, he gonna continue to be plagued in his spirit. Because once I tell the truth, the world would know. You mean to tell me that all this was about that? And I don't want to do that, family. I don't want to do that. This man ain't looking for no peace, bro. If he was looking for peace, he'll just stop. Because when I came with peace, he rejected my peace. When I came with let's leave this alone, he said, no, I'm going live. And as soon as he went live, guess the first thing came out his mouth, y'all. I don't deal with them individuals no more. I'm letting y'all know I don't deal with them. Why do that? Why do that, man? But see, before I get up out of here, I know what it was. Because I was quiet the whole time, they never thought I'd speak. And this is why people get a false perception of me. Okay, Judah a good brother. He a humble brother. He not gonna say nothing. So by them saying that, they thought they can do 1,000 videos and thought I wasn't gonna say nothing, y'all. Because they looking at it like, oh, he a humble brother. You know, he ain't gonna come at us like that. So basically what they saying is that we can say anything we want. We know K. Judah gonna be quiet. Because he a man of God. So you see what they trying to do? They trying to manipulate people to think that because I teach the Bible, I have to be quiet and let them lie and deceive people with their stories and their storytelling and their lies and manipulation. So I got to be quiet when they get to say whatever they want and lie and manipulate people. Don't you know how that feel when you help somebody that you say y'all loved each other? And when they come to you, you don't make no excuses for helping them. You don't make them wait. You go right into your bank account and you give them the money right then and there because y'all say y'all loved each other. And you find out that this person took your money on false pretense, manipulation and lies, and then told you to kiss her funky black ass, and then said, get your money from God, and y'all think that I'm supposed to be quiet? When I did that out of the kindness of my heart with my CUC sisters, gathered all their money up when people struggling, but we still went into our bank accounts and gave money, even though we trying to take care of our own family. And you got a husband sitting right next to you and I still gave you the money? When you got a husband and you speaking on me? Man, please. Man, please. Don't make me expose you, lady. Don't make me say your name on live. And don't make me go in on you, because I will. Don't make me say hurtful things to you, please. Because you're going through enough. And you still ain't trying to make right. You still ain't trying to make right. You haven't came to me yet and apologized for what you done in stealing that money. Because you can't say you didn't steal it because you sure ain't use it for what you told me you needed it for. That was from the heart, y'all. That was from the heart. I did that from my heart. That's all I'm saying, family. Y'all got to understand. I don't need to come on live and manipulate the situation. Because if you see somebody go do a live and say, K. Judah did this, K. Judah did that, I got the proof. You haven't heard anybody do that yet because they don't have anything on your brother K. Judah. I have been a solid, good brother to people that's around me. People can vouch for that, family. I don't need to vouch for myself. You let the people vouch for you. Where the videos at on me? I'm confident. Make your videos. Come out and expose me. Expose me. Let the world know what I done. Tell them what I done. Besides be a good brother and help, whether it's money, whether it's encouragement, whether it's helping with y'all channels. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Be truthful. If we're going to be truthful, let's be truthful. Y'all don't understand that I dropped tears when that woman stole my money. I was sick at the time. I was sick. I couldn't believe it. I looked at this woman like my real sister, man. I really looked at this woman like my sister. Everybody thought this was my real sister. And she did me like that, family. Come on, y'all. If we gonna be truthful, let's be truthful, man. And she made it to where it's hard for me to go in my pockets now. I still help people, but I got to be moved by the Spirit to do it now because of what she done to me and my family. She put a stain on my heart, man. And don't y'all know when that happened, I still didn't do any videos. I was quiet. I just sat back quiet, trying to process everything. And everybody know this woman. She always coming in y'all chats, praising God and saying shalom and, oh, God is great, but stole my money though, and my sister's money. How can God be great? And how can you praise God when you take money from a people and tell them to kiss your funky black ass? Is that of God? Is that of Yah? And always giving y'all shaloms and, oh, how much God is great and God is awesome and all that. But she stole from us and still haven't made right. Her pride won't even let her make right. Out of all the health issues that you having, lady, you ain't gonna make right before something happened to you. You gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy if you're gonna walk in that type of pride. But hey, pride come before destruction. So hey, maybe she gonna continue to walk in pride. Maybe she'll never make right. Maybe she'll never apologize. But that's between her and Yah. I know that when Yah judged that situation, he knew that I did that from the heart. And that's why Yah is causing, listen, y'all, before I go, Yah is causing people that have offended are now coming back and apologize because what somebody else told them. Apologizing, man, for what somebody else told them. I have no control over the people that has been coming and apologizing for wrongdoing. That's all Yah, because he know the truth. Now ask yourself, why are these people coming and apologizing if we so wicked? If we so messed up? If I'm so messed up as a brother, why y'all won't just remove my candlestick? Why he continue to allow me to increase in knowledge and bring forth edification to his people? If I'm so messed up, if I'm slanderous and take money and manipulate people and have robbed people and I've done people wrong, he should remove my candlestick, right? But why is Yah causing people to come and make right this way when they have been manipulated by the sayings of other people? That meaning somebody got into their ear and told them things that was not true and had them believing something about K. Judah or my sisters that wasn't even true, y'all. Because if the woman, my beloved sister, Miss April, knew the truth, that she stole from me, Miss April. And that's the truth. She stole from me. But me and you good, Miss April. So I'm not going to drag this any further, any longer. Y'all heard my request. Leave this alone. Just go about your life, brother. You don't need to make any videos. You don't need to target anybody. Walk in the spirit and continue to do what y'all have you to do. But I'm not going for any disrespect. I'm sick of you people, man. It's uncalled for. I'm just sick of y'all. Because y'all, like, it's just so much I can be quiet on. And my Iman always encouraging me to just, you know, continue to just let y'all lead. But it's difficult to listen to lies. It's difficult to listen to lies when you know they're lies. That's just, I'm going to say this and then I'm gone. I'm saying this and then I'm really gone for good. If I walk into a room and everybody's shaking their head going, you know you wrong, K. Judah. And I go, wrong for what? You are wrong. What I do? What y'all saying I'm wrong about? Man, I just walked into the house. What did I do? I can't believe you gonna go in there and steal that $10,000 off that nightstand. Man, I didn't take no $10,000 off no nightstand. Man, who told y'all that? Johnny told us that you went into that room and stole $10,000 off that nightstand. Y'all see how Johnny swayed all the perception towards his way for people to believe him and had them looking at me thinking I stole $10,000. And guess who stole the money, y'all? It was Johnny. But he told them I took the money. As soon as I walked in the house, they didn't even ask me any questions. They was already shaking their head at me. Didn't even seek the truth. Just already saying I was wrong. Y'all see how easy it is for things to be swayed one side? And that's exactly what happened in this situation, y'all. All the perception was swayed to that side because I refused to go live. So by me being silent and not saying anything, it's going to make it seem like he telling the truth or she telling the truth. But then when I did open my mouth, it got quiet in the room for a while. Because they say, oh my God, K. Judah have spoken. A brother who would never do a video on nobody. Then I went back to being quiet. So I'm playing. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm playing for this. Let this go. Like, let's just continue to move in peace, separate ways. Y'all hear me right now? Let's continue to move in peace, separate ways. We don't have to be around each other. We don't got to say nothing negative to each other. Let's just move in peace, separate ways. But I'm not going for any disrespect. I'm just not going for it, family. So I love y'all. I thank y'all. Yeah, hey, Jacobo, I don't got no reason to lie, my brother. And I'm not saying that you think I have a reason to lie. I'm telling you that tears came out of my eyes because I thought this woman was my sister, bro. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? This woman say, I love you, K. Judah. And she would do that to me, bro, and to my sisters. And tell us to kiss her ass, brother, and to get our money back from God? Are you serious? Now you battling cancer. You see how God works? Now you battling cancer. God don't play, man. And this is why I stay out of the way of doing you wrong, Israel. Not that I want to do you wrong, but I make sure I watch my every step. Because I'm not finna manipulate you. I'm not going to rob you. I'm not going to beg from you. I'm not going to talk to you crazy. I'm going to do everything in love. Because I really want you to be saved because I'm trying to save myself. But it's funny to me that the people that say they love lie, the people that say that they love y'all do the most dirt. When you see an over-righteous person always say, oh, hi, y'all great, y'all is great. I love, they doing all the dirt, y'all. And a person that just over there humble and praising y'all humbly, and they don't got to do all the theatrics. So I love y'all, family. I'm out of here. I'm glad I got that off my chest. It's just certain things I've been holding in, and people are pushing me because they don't know me. They don't know K. Judah. I am the wrong brother for you to try to go back and forth with. I'm going to tell you one more time. I am the wrong brother for you to try to go back and forth with. I'm telling you, bro, you don't want to go back and forth with a person like me. So let's move in peace. That's my request. Everybody heard it? Somebody that's around him, you better get in that brother's ear. Tell that brother to leave this alone. Because if he disrespect me, I'm going to give him what he's looking for. And I'm talking about fire. I'm coming with full blast, smoke, and fire. And I don't want to have to do it, family, but I will. I love y'all, family, and many blessings.
And it happened. Alexander the Greek took the earth like a captain. Killed the king of Persia, caught him slipping like he napping. The whole earth quiet before this man, he had power. Winning all them wars, lift his heart up like a tower. Then he got sick, called his men, split the kingdom. Crimes upon their head, but they multiplied evil. Wicked Israelites made a covenant with heathens. They doing the same thing right now, I can't believe them. Gentiles had them scared, Antiochus took Egypt. Next stop Jerusalem, he about to test the people. They took the showbread, golden altar, and menorah. All of this keep happening, cause we keep breaking Torah. Antiochus went back to his lane with to celebrate. 2 years later, he put fire to them heaven gates. Burned Jerusalem down, took out women, and he made them slaves. Letter from the king, everybody want people. So if you follow laws that ain't the king's, you better leave them. But if we leave our laws, then our God gonna leave us. Many Israelites went to Father when they heeded, sacrificing swine on the altar, stopping us from doing the burnt and the drink offering, profaning the Sabbath, knowing that it's gonna cost us. If we don't do these laws, it's gonna cost us. But the spirit of Maccabees, if you wanna keep these laws and commandments, follow me. It's the spirit of Maccabees. If you wanna keep these laws and commandments, follow me. Gay, hey, ain't no time for compromise. Need to show thyself a man. The heathens doing the same tricks, they about to do it all again. We going to war on Shabbat, tell the heathens we ain't playing. If you serious about them laws, out together we can stand. Don't be scared of the multitude, he go intervene. It ain't about the numbers, about power from Shemaim. Allah, Allah, Bahadam, Allah with the Malakim. Power in the blood, power with the mighty king. Back to the story, they want war after war. Got the land back, but the land was so torn. Ash upon their heads and they even ripped their garment. Got the land back, but the land was so torn. So they dedicated the sanctuary, built new altars. It might not be perfect, but we still keeping our culture. Go get that menorah, put them lights up in that temple. About to give them praise for everything we done been through. The feast of dedication.
And I'm going to just say this too. A lot of this just have to do with this right here.
Dipping on my haters. Dipping on my haters. Dipping on my haters. Dipping on my haters. I be dipping on my haters.
Oh, we ain't done? One more? Oh, let's go again then.
Dipping on my haters. Dipping on my haters. Dipping on my haters. Dipping on my dipping on my haters.
In the words of my beloved sister August Dreams and the CUC family and the FOPE family and all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. Thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den. Let's get it. And your brother K. Judah want to say Michael Jackson bad, Honey Badger gang. Shalom.